So here's the thing, and this topic was requested often, and how do I try to ease your frustration and pain? Okay, I got you, Rafi. How do I try to ease your shout out to JD Watts? Mr. Corey Ward, any other questions before I get rid of you? Any other statements you have? Trust me, we get rid of guys quick. No. I'm going to tell you why women don't like educated men and good men. I'm going to be honest with you. Of course, I'm doing great. We just eclipsed 38,000 subscribers today, I think. Yeah, today. So we're on the road to 40,000. Shout out to Boosie Coyote. Here's the thing, what you guys understand. I don't want to use the non-select and select guy in the brotherhood or among men, because that's not true. Shout out to Mike from Bensonhurst. Hey, listen, I appreciate all you guys. You guys keep me going, man. You guys are the engine. The men who do share my videos and do contribute and donate to the church, it's much appreciated. The ones that don't, we got something for you. But nevertheless, I'm here to alleviate a lot of your pain. As usual, I'm here to tell you the truth. You must realize that, okay, let's start off like this. A woman's attraction for a guy, it's not logical. I told you about the woman that I was talking to recently. She said she had sex with and was in a relationship with a convicted pedophile. She told me out of her mouth she was in a relationship with a convicted pedophile. And I said, did he tell you up front, or did you know? Because some guys like to hide shit like that if they have felonies. She said he told her on the first date. Y'all think I'm lying? I swear to God. And that made me vomit. But then I said, you know what? It's funny because that's what women love. Women go for whoever. That's why we got this. These guys in the on YouTube talking about non-select and select. You don't know if you select or non-select. This white chick could like me, and this other white chick might not like me. This Hispanic chick might like me, then this other Hispanic chick. It doesn't matter. You don't know. So this select guys and non-select guys, these guys talking about on YouTube. But one thing in common, I notice what women love and go for. If you have any sort of dysfunction, any sort of chaos, any sort of homelessness, or you're impoverished, or you're stuck in a rut, for some reason, women tend to spread their legs more so for those guys. Earliest and most often. Shout out to Josh. Josh, I emailed you for your question. Hope you got it. For some reason, and we're going to tackle that. This is fact. Women like shitty guys. I told you this woman said, I was with a convicted pedophile. I said, how? And I remember I said, damn, how long? She said I was with him for 2 years. And I'm sitting there and I'm trying to rationalize it, because I understand women are illogical, but to know, like, I can see if a man was using a mouthpiece and he running game, but to know this man is a convicted pedophile, I can see if he was for drugs. I can see if he was, in prison for drugs or whatever the case may be. Shout out to Portuguese MGTOW. But this is what women like. And every time I talk to women, guess what they tell me? They tell me situations like that. They go for guys they think they can fix, or they go for guys who just are unavailable and shitty. I told you this before. If you show a woman that you care and, hey, I'm here and good afternoon and how's your day, you think she gonna fuck you? You think she gonna sleep with you? She gonna sleep with you way later. She gonna give you the pussy way down the road. She gonna have you jump through a lot more hoops than she will have a guy who has absolutely nothing. How does that sound? And I started thinking, I said, I might as well start going around telling, hey, I murdered a guy, I was in prison for manslaughter. How much you want to bet their vagina will spread like this? If I tell a woman, hey, I was in the military, I was in the Navy, I served my country, I was in Japan, I went to school for this, I have this going on, I have my own place. You know what she gonna do? Her legs gonna go just like this. So you might as well say, hey, I went to prison for 7 years for a drug case, and now I'm living, from couch to couch. I'm in and out of work right now. I'm telling you, you know what she'll do? For some reason, why? A light bulb goes, it's like, oh, he's a shitty guy? Okay, let me fuck him. I just don't, I have a hard time, and I'm all about, okay, I understand a woman's, let me get you guys a Patreon as well. Guys, if you're thinking about supporting, and we also do have a lot of things on the Patreon. Also, what I'm going to start having a fucking raffle. I'm going to have a raffle on Patreon, which means if you become a patron, each month I'm going to have a raffle. Some sort of raffle where you can get $25 back, $30 back, $40 back, whether via PayPal or whatever. So I'm going to have some sort of raffle as well as other content, as well as the live streams for the men who are patrons. Just kind of spice it up and spruce it up, I've been thinking about that, so I'll probably implement that really soon. And that prize will probably be every first of the month. So I'll implement that on the Patreon. And, just some more incentive and a thank you for the men who have become patrons. So I'm going to pull, give back and to you guys, okay? For the men who have been patrons. Now, I haven't selected the tier. Most likely it's going to be the $10 tier. We don't want nobody that's doing a 1 shekel tier that's trying to get $25 back a month. We ain't going to do that. So what we're going to do, we're going to do this. I think I'm going to do it for, it's going to be for the $10 patrons. I might set it for $7, but it's going to be more for $10. And I'm going to have, it might be a $50 back, whatever the case may be. So I'll set that up. It'll be later this week. Now, let's continue. So there's the Patreon link. Become a patron. You got a lot of good stuff. Check out the tiers. Let's continue. So, a lot of men have asked me, listen, I'm not that bad guy. I don't know how to be a bad guy. How do I be a bad boy? How do I be a shitty guy? Right? And I was thinking, I said, I was at work about a couple weeks ago, and this female, she was like, she was just going around working, walking around work, and she was like, I haven't heard from my boyfriend in like 2 days. I don't know what's going on with him. I haven't heard from him. So I asked her, how long you guys been together? For 4 years. And she's like, yeah, it's been 2.5 days. I haven't heard from him. I don't know what's going on. I said, oh, okay. And she just talking how about that he went on a trip out of town. That she caught him cheating a couple times. Mr. Jason J, we get rid of you quick. See you later. Jason something. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, These are, and I say, okay, you know, I'm gonna acknowledge, because one thing I'm all about progressing and getting better in things in specific areas of my life. So I said, okay, you know what, I'm gonna acknowledge that, and I'll bring that intel back to the brotherhood, back to you guys. Nobody's nothing calling him. A lot of guys are trolling. So I said, okay, so we're in the break room, and she's like, she gets a text message. And that's her boyfriend. Do you know she was fumbling her phone like, oh. Those are the type of men that get women wet. When you show a woman, hey, how's your day? I just landed. Our plane just landed. She don't listen. Women's vaginas don't get wet when they safe. Unfortunately, and the good guy, he has to check in. I know it's fucked up. I know it sucks. I know you might say, man, bro, I can't even be like that. Well, guess what? You're gonna have to be like that. If a woman texts you at 4 p.m., hey, how was your work day? Don't text that bitch to 7 a.m. next morning. How much you would have bet she'd come fuck you? It's as crazy as it sounds, but the good guy, and listen, I was just like that. Because I thought, Boosie Coyote, Brother Ralphie, I actually thought that, okay, if I'm consistent with this woman, if I show her my characteristics of how much I've accomplished or things that I've done in life, or show her that I'm just a good man and I came from a good background, bitch, guess what? I'm gonna tell every bitch my parents one of them over here, one over here. I was in a group home. I'm gonna start making up everything. You might as well start telling them anything. Tell them your license revoked. They will give you the keys to their vehicle, have you drive their vehicle, and suck your dick. I promise you, as crazy as that sounds, it will happen. Shout out to shout out to Mr. Morpheus MGTOW. It's been a while, but here you go. Enjoy some of my new job. Duck it, shout to Mr. Morpheus MGTOW. Thank you for contributing, brother. You guys can support the stream. Also, become a patron. There's the link. Also, shout out to Mr. Jakeem Brooks. If women are hypergamous, why do they still go after Ray Ray? Here's the thing. It's because the reason why women go after Tyrone's or Pookie or Ray Rays is because they enjoy danger. They like uncertainty. See, you have to understand, hypergamy, that's for survival, basically. Women enjoy two types of men. The guy who's going to fuck her crazy and give her the life of uncertainty and ups and downs and danger. And then they choose the other guy, the provider, the guy that's stable. Hypergamy is simply for resource purposes only. Resource and money. And a certain lifestyle, whatever. That's all hypergamy is. So that pencil neck Poindexter guy, he might have a nice engineering degree. Shout out to all my engineers. He might be in tech. He might have a really good salary. She's climbing the ladder for those guys. But she's not necessarily physically attracted to those guys. But guess what? She needs the resources. She needs the money. She needs the place to stay. She needs the lifestyle she wants to live. She wants the gifts, the vacations, all these different amenities. So this is where the hypergamy comes in at. She can't be hypergamous with Tyrone or Pookie or Ray Ray. Or Chad. Or Miguel. She can't be. Because those guys typically don't have the resources. So she'll just fuck those guys. It's been a while. Here you go. Shout out to Mr. Flavor Genuine. Also, shout out to Mr. Nicholas Smith. Preach on, brother. And I'm trying to get you guys to understand. And so don't don't get buy into this. I see a lot of different factors go into when a woman will fuck you. Like it's so many different factors. That's why if you have this mind frame of I don't know if she's gonna like me or she's gonna fuck. Guys, you don't even know how this bitch could wake up one day and say, you know what, I'm horny one day. I'm horny. Or she could wake up and say, I just want to suck some dick today. Or she could wake up and found out her boyfriend cheated on her. So you know what she's gonna do that day? She gonna say, oh, okay, you know, I'm gonna fuck somebody else. And you could just be right in there, like, hey, and she'll fuck you on that night. Women have their vagina and emotions just everywhere. It depends. Shout out to Mr. Michael Benson. It depends on a woman's mood at the moment. Unfortunately, this is why when a woman rejects me or she don't want to fuck me, you know, I say, you know what? Okay, so what? What's that one for me? I've had women reject me and then come back a few months later and want to fuck. Today is your day. Today might be your day. I'll put up the PayPal link if you guys want to contribute. Via PayPal, all 100% proceeds go to me. That's why guys, when they, like I used to be hung up on women, like she reject me or, you know, she ghosts me or whatever. I say, you know what? It's not even, there's not even mine. They're not mine. No woman is yours. She's never yours. Never. She can leave any minute. She can leave any hour, any day, any. Guys, I've had women look me in the eye and say, I'm in love with you. And they said this on Wednesday, the bitch was going on Friday. That's just how they are. Unfortunately. And for most men, they try to think logically and they try to think, well, okay, if this woman says she loved me on Wednesday, she could never leave me on Friday. She could never leave me on Thursday. She doesn't have any other guys she's talking to. She's not fucking with anybody else. I know she not. She told me she loved me. She bought me some socks and cologne. She bought me some body wash. Shout out to Mr. Ralphie. He said, women are exactly the seasons. Their mood is all over the place. Women do, one day they're happy, the other day they're angry, and the next day they're upset, and sometimes they're all that in one day. Exactly. Shout out to Ralphie. They hot and cold one day. Like, tell me, guys, haven't you had women that like you went out with, you hung out with, they was hot on you, they was all on you, holding your hand and touching on you and kissing on you and all this shit? And y'all fuck about 2 to 3 times. Y'all get together 2, 3, 4 times. And then all of a sudden the bitch gone. Or she just go totally cold. And you like, what the fuck? That's because that's just how they are. And this is why I put no stock into women. Thank you, Brother Rafi. I mean, you know how many times that happened to me? Like dozens of times. Like so many times. And that's why so many men like think like, okay, I'm going to look up and try to figure out. I used to be like that going online or try to figure out why did she go cold all of a sudden. And you try to think like, okay, it might be my fault or something that I said or did. And you start thinking like, this shit ain't even my fault. Y'all hoes just on one moment off the next. Found one moment, found the next. Oh, what happened today? What did I do? That bitch will have you. I used to think, and I used to be scratching my head like, what the fuck happened? What's going on? Nothing happened. You know what happened? Her. Shout out to Big Top Pete. This is how women operate. Unfortunately, this is how they are. So let's get back to the good guy and the educated man. Now, the educated guy believes that just because I've accomplished X, Y, Z, A, B, and C, that I deserve a good woman. I used to think that too. I used to say, you know what? I've accomplished this in my life. I've been here. I've done this. I've got this level of education. I've done this in my life, and I used to think that like, okay, I deserve, I'm just trying to basically let the female know, hey, this is me basically. And sometimes what I would do, it was years and years ago. This is in the past. Deshaun Martin, can you get out of my live stream? So what I would do with women in the past, I would say, you know what? I would ask them about their like, if they was a single mom, I ask them about their baby daddy, and they'll say, I try to, use some psychology, and they'll say, oh, my baby daddy, he's not in the picture. He ran off, he knocked me up. So what I would say, oh, I got my daughters under my kids' life. I got this going. I take care of them, yada yada yada, right? And to me, I'm thinking, okay, if I tell her, that I'm the opposite of her baby daddy or baby daddies, plural, then she'll stick around longer or give me the pussy and everything like that. Faster and all that shit. She'll jump through more hoops for me than she did with her baby daddy, because clearly her baby daddy is not in the picture and X, Y, Z. So I tried to employ that tactic, but that's not how women work. They just go strictly off, and this is why the Thinking Man's Templar. Great to see you, my brother. So, and this is why I never, when you try to, and this is what the educated man does, the good guy. He tries to apply logic to women. So what he does is, shout out to Mr. Morpheus McTow. Thank you. He a patron and he contributed. Guys, we need more patrons, man. I told y'all soon we will have a raffle. I'm setting it up by the end of the week. Great to see you, Thinking Man's Templar. I love your content. So, what was I at? Fuck, I forgot what I was at. So what the educated lame, I want to say, see, they call it the educated lame. Being educated is far from lame. It's not lame at all. In the black community, they call it lame is because the educated men, when it comes to black women don't give pussy to educated guys. Rarely, ever, rarely. So with the educated guy, he will try to basically put MC squared or use the Pythagorean theorem and try to say, okay, if I go in and I do this, and I do this, and I hold her hand, excuse me, and I hold her hand, and I hold the door, and I do this, wait, I gotta remember this. If I do all these different things, so he's coming with a play-by-play in his head. So what the educated guy is doing, just like he was, taught to do in school and all that other thing like that, and I used to be like that. He's using logic. He's thinking like, okay, what joke can I tell her to make her smile? He might be out bowling with the chick or miniature golf, and he's thinking in his head, what joke can I say to make her smile? And if he tells that joke, a lot of the times that joke will backfire. She'll look at him like, and then she'll say, I don't think I'm gonna give him the pussy tonight. She won't tell him that. Her vagina will start to close up. Instead of him just saying, you know what, I'm just gonna play miniature golf. I'm gonna bowl, and I'm gonna just basically don't give a fuck. And this is what the educated, and it's understandable because, listen, I'm a logical guy. Right, it's an awkward woman. She's like, That's the educated guy does. He tries to use basically 1 + 1 = 2. See, an educated guy, what he does, or the good guy, what he does, he's more so calculated in the things that he's got to do with a female. So he'll say, okay, you know what? When she gets in my car, I'll tell her, hey, you look really nice. Wrong thing to do. Hey, you smell good. Wrong thing to do. Oh, how was your day? Wrong thing to do. When a bitch, if she happen, a woman will never get in my vehicle. But if she happen to, unless she's sucking my dick. But if she happen to get in my car, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna say, you want your seat back or you want to let it up? You can do it on the side. You know, she'll say, oh, okay. If it's kind of cold out, you know what I'm gonna say? Oh, you want your heat warmers on or not? I'm not gonna say, hey, how was your day? Hey, how are you doing? Hey, you look nice. Hey, you smell good. That's what the educated good guy does. Because he's basically learned that from the things online or books he's read. Again, books. So as they're riding, and I'll give you a play-by-play. So as they're driving to the place, what the educated good guy would say is, what he would say, so where do you want to go eat? Seriously. He would say, so where do you want to go eat? Are you hungry? Instead of saying, listen, we going here. Or instead of saying, hey, let's stop back at my place. Or hell, if he's already fucked the chick or hung out with her 2 to 3 times, hey, say, hey, you know what I say? Have you ever given roll here before? You know what you say? Given what? You ever gave roll here, like suck dick while the guy's driving? She'll say, no, but I said, so would you be opposed to doing it? I wouldn't mind. Go ahead, try. Want to try? Okay. And there she is. See, the good guy, the educated guy, he's fearful of that. Me, I could care less. Because I'm just crazy and I've lost my man eons ago. But that's what the educated guy does. He's scared to treat her like a below average piece of shit. She is. Because you got to think, who is she choosing? She's choosing piece of shit guys. So if the educated good guy gets to her and he's like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna treat her nice because she's been treated bad so long. She's fucking chose those guys intentionally. She's chose those men over and over again for years. So if you try to switch things up and try to be nice to her, you know what she's gonna say? In her mind, not in her mind, in her vagina, she gonna say, why does he treat me like this? I don't like that. You have, if you know that she's been abused in the past, and let's say she's been abused for like, she was with a guy for 3 years, and the guy beat her ass, gave her black eyes, spit in her face, choked her, called her names. Now, I'm not advocating you do those things, but what I'm saying is when it comes to sex, spit in that bitch face. Pull her hair. Choke her while you fucking her. Call her a bitch. You know why? Because her boyfriend did that. Her boyfriend punched her in the eyeball, broke her ribs, broke her fucking nose, chipped her tooth. He got sent to jail, and guess who bailed her out? Excuse me, guess who bailed him out? Who bailed him out? She did. She bailed him out. So now that I know that, I'm going to apply that to my life and me dealing with you on a regular basis. So now that I know that you got your hair pulled and you got choked, when it comes to sex, I'm going to employ those things. If I know that he talked to you any type of way and he verbally abused you, hell, I'm going to do that as well. Because I'm not trying to treat you nice and wonder, what the fuck happened? Well, maybe I'm doing something wrong. Shout out to Mr. Medicine Man 007 for contributing his 2 shekels delete online dating or make triggered profiles. Just delete that shit altogether because you make triggered profiles. I did that for an experiment for you guys. Remember, don't waste your time doing things that are, trust me, if you make a triggering profile, like you make an attractive woman, you won't get hundreds of messages. That's how guys are. Nutso357 said, keep being consistent, dearest. Love your content. Thank you, Nutso. You're the only one of the very few black guys, black men, you know what I'm talking about. You and Thank You Man's Templar and the Black Manosphere / Coalition on YouTube that actually comes through and supports. The other guys are how should I say this? You know what I mean. So I appreciate you, Nutso. Shout out to Morpheus MGTOW. I lost my mind too, and I couldn't be happier. That's what has to happen. See, with the educated guy and the good guy, he has a mind. We're gonna go deeper. I thought about throwing this shit in the hole, but I don't want to throw it in the hole. The educated guy and the good guy, he has a mind. He has a conscience. I don't have no conscience. Tyrone doesn't have a conscience. Pookie doesn't have a conscience. Chad has no conscience. Miguel has no conscience, or Jorge. I'm just going to be honest. When you're dealing with a woman, because you got to think, she's already crazy as fuck. So I can't combat that with logic. When I get to you, it's no holds bar. I'm going to be crazy. It might sound like I'm crazy, but that's what has to happen when you're dealing with these women. Me dogging you out. See, what the good guy, Conway, it's great to see you, brother, and the educated guy, what happens with them is, let's say they happen to get the pussy on the first night. Great, right? Congrats. Let's say they happen to get the pussy the first night. After a nice date, what the educated good guy would do, he would say these two things, one of two things. Hey, what he would do is he would walk her to the door and give her a kiss and a fucking hug. It was great seeing you. Dumbass, you got the pussy. That's all you need to know. You got the vagina, cool. You got your dick sucked, cool. What the good guy, educated guy would do, would walk her down to her car. Let me walk you down, okay? He'd throw some his pajamas on. Bitch, I'm walking around my house naked. After I fuck you, I'm walking around naked. With a bowl, I've told y'all this before how I get down. With a bowl of cereal in my hand, eating. With my dingling out. Oatmeal, listen, whatever snack you want, I'm eating. While she's getting dressed, okay, all right, see you later. So as she's leaving, and guess what I'm doing? I'm sitting on the couch. She's exiting the door. See, the educated good guy, I'm telling you, I'm putting you on some wisdom. The educated good, with my do-rag on. God damn it, Ralphie. See, the educated guy, what he's going to say is, don't worry, it's going to take you a long time to recreate accounts. I intentionally didn't brush my head today. So what the educated guy would do, he'll walk her to the door, or he'll say, oh, hey, I had a great time. Or he'll walk her down to her car and give her a kiss, and he'll shut her door, and then he'll wave off. Because he thinks in his mind, if I treat her good, she's going to come back. If I show her that I had a good time, she'll come back. That's the wrong way to do it, unfortunately. The wrong way. But what a savage, what a rabid dog would do, what a man who has lost his mind, you know what he'll do? He'll just, all right, see you later. She gone. You know what the educated good guy would do? And I've been there. So I know both sides of the coin. What he'll do is say, text me when you get home, sweetheart, or text me when you get home, I had a great time. I'm not going to let you know I had a great time. I'm going to let your bitch ass wonder. I'm not no good guy. I might be educated, but I'm not a good guy. So when you say, let me know when you get home, that turns her off. She don't want to hear that shit. Bitch, I don't care if you get hit by a semi truck or you swerve in the other lane. I've got what I've came for. So as she's going home, shout out to AP 530. Shout out to Morpheus Maytop for contributing. Thank you, my brother. So when she gets home, she's gonna be wondering, why didn't I hear from him? Was my pussy good enough? Was my blowjobs good enough? So you know what she'll do? She'll text you in the morning. Hey. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna wait till I get off work at 3 p.m. Matter of fact, I'll wait till about 6 p.m. Oh, hey, I had a busy day. Bitch, I seen a text at 8 a.m. You know what time I work. I'm gonna text you the whole 12 hours. Like, hey, I was busy with work. I'm at the gym and these things. I was just doing it. What's going on? Oh, hey, because I got to biting her nails all day. Because what she thinking is, you know what, was my pussy good enough? Shout out to Sullivan Perrine for contributing. Was things good enough last night? Good guys and educated men think that if I tell her I had a great time, things were awesome, I can't wait to see you again, I don't want to see you again. That's how I think. I don't want to see you again. So then you'll say, she says, oh, what you up to? Oh, I'm just busy. Hey, when are you free? You want to come on over and hang out again? And you know what she'll say? Oh, okay, well, she said, I haven't heard from him all day. And, okay, let me, shout out to Vega. Let me text him. Let me tell him when I'm free. So hey, I'm free, in a couple days. I'll come back over and I'll clean up clock again. I'll smash her shithole. I'll fuck her mouth. And I'll repeat the same cycle. You know why? Because I'm not doing the nice good guy, what he would do. I'm doing what Tyrone does. I'm the new age Pookie. I'm Chad. And I'm gonna keep fucking you until you tired of what things go. Because you know what? I'm not gonna treat you nice. If I treat you nice, I've already done it many of times with women. So if those things didn't work out for me, I'm gonna switch it up. And the educated good guy, he doesn't think that way. Unfortunately. Shout out to Mr. Hot Dog. Women want no part of the consistency and stability and insight and education and educated man brings to the table. We all know, of course, that they gravitate to chaos, abuse, food stamps, and of course, cat. Shout out to Mr. Hot Dog for contributing. Exactly. You almost have to be. Some of you might be sitting at home, or you might be at work, or you might be in your car, wherever you might be right now. 414 of you might be saying, man, Darius, this dude, Darius, is crazy. He is insane. I don't think he does that. What about good girls? Ain't no fucking good girls. The good girl you looking for, she's sucking dick right now. She's sucking dick this weekend. Some guy gonna bust a load in her face. She's swallowing nut. That's the good girl you waiting on. That you sitting there, I want a good girl. I'm a good man. You actually think women are sitting back and filing their nails, knitting on a Friday night? You think they doing their nails and watching a movie on Netflix? Don't worry, we get rid of guys quick, your white masters. Real quick. You can make another YouTube channel. I'm gonna get rid of you. It's gonna take you longer to create another one. I'm gonna get rid of you again and again and again. So the trolls, I mean, you're wasting your time. So the good guy, the educated guy, he thinks just because I work hard, I'm grinding, I'm doing this, I got this going. He's like, and I use this as my daughter's spelling test, for example. He's thinking, okay, just because I got A, B, C, D, and E, okay, you should like me. You should want to fuck me. Unfortunately, just doesn't work like that with women. Now, there's a flip side. You know, there's always two sides to every coin. There's always a good and bad, red and white, or white and black. She would want a good guy. She wants a good educated guy because he can provide. So what a lot of women will do with you guys. Oh, never Jawar D. King. What she'll do with you guys. Somebody in here that I don't know. So anyway, what she would do, she'll get a good educated man. She'll say, okay, you know what? Hey, I like you. Let's take things slow. And you think, okay, I'm taking things slow with this woman and she likes me and she's not fucking anyone else. I'm taking her on dates and I'm holding her hand and I'm just taking things slow. I'm going the traditional route. Yeah, she's doing that with you, educated, good man. See, even though you're a good man, you can't show her that you're a good man. You can't give any indication that you're a good man because good men, a woman's vagina goes dry for a good educated man. Don't think I'm lying? Tell her your credentials. Say, I graduated from this university. I was valedictorian in high school or college, whatever. Her vagina goes just like this. She's going to throw her chastity belt. Then she's going to say, oh, I'm a good girl now. Because you're telling her you're a good guy. So she'll put on the good woman, good girl mask. Remember, if you don't set the stage up front, and I told you, I made a video, and I specifically said, you text, before you even hang out with a woman, you go out with a woman, you text her, hey, do you have a high sex drive? Because I'm setting the stage. I'm letting you know that I want to fuck. I'm letting you know, I'm laying the groundwork. I'm telling you, this is how I get down. So if you don't like me sexually, I'm not going to stay with you and talk to you and hang out with you. And the good guy, the educated guy, he doesn't know how to lay the groundwork. Because he thinks, you know, if I tell her that I have a high sex drive before I go on a date with her, what she'll do is reject me. So fucking what? So what? So what? What's that gonna do? Better if you rejected me before I go out with you or hang out with you or you come over, then I take you on 2, 3, 4 dates, and then about a third or fourth date, you say, hey, this is not gonna work out. Then you sitting there $100, $200 out of money. Got negatives in your bank account. And you sitting there upset. You, man, bro, these bitches ain't shit. They've never been shit. They've never been good people. Yes, I'm telling you, women have never been good people. You cannot be a good man to a woman. Sounds fucked up, but that's how it is. Of course I was blue pill before. Many men have. We've been conditioned like that. See, the guys that say, oh, I just woke up red pill. I just woke up like this, man. Yeah, I never simped. I never took a woman out on a date. Get the fuck out of here. You a lie. You done tried to court women. You done bought her shit. You done tricked off your money. No, and that's understandable. Every man has. But now it's time to make the change. It's time for you to, Darius needs to link his ex-girlfriend to his channel to show that a whole house accept. Hey, listen, I actually know her first, clearly I know her first and last name. She'll probably let some of y'all fuck too. She love black guys. She only fuck with black guys. She's a really good looking girl too. Just an idiot. But shout out to Mr. Conwest. They find good men boring and predictable. They would rather be beaten to death than bored to death. They also don't want to submit to men with a backbone. That's true. So it's like a two-sided coin. It's like three-sided coin. It's not even a way that can be, but women don't like men necessarily who have a backbone. So let's say she has a bachelor's or master's degree. In her head, she's saying, I don't have to submit or listen to a man. If I submit, I don't have to. She's telling herself, I do not have to submit or listen to him. So then, like I said in the previous video, what she'll do is she'll go for a tyro in the chat or a loser guy who has nothing, because those guys have no sort of have not accomplished anything in their life. They don't have much of anything. So what's going to happen with those loser guys? Those women can control them. Those women can manipulate them and run the show. Shout out to Mr. Conwest. Thank you for contributing, brother. Also, Mr. Vega, Juice Farm, brother. Vega, Conwest are literally pillars of the brotherhood. They've been contributing, as well as Ralphie. We don't know what Mickey FC is. We don't know what Curry B is. Shout out to Mr. Kamal Small for contributing. Thank you guys for supporting. Continue to support. If you want to become a patron, I will put up the link. Thank you, Mr. Morpheus. Thank you, Mr. Key Andre Ford, for becoming a patron. Again, if you are a patron, I will be doing a raffle every month. I will set that up either late this week or probably next week, because I want to show appreciation to the men who are patrons and support me. So I want to give back to you, men. Now that raffle might be $25, $30, whatever. You never know. But let's continue. You have to come to this realization that, shout out to Mr. Harlan Ralph. Thank you for contributing as well. No problem, Mr. Morpheus McDowell. What you have to do is, where do we have a troll? Where's the troll at? Let's just get rid of the troll right now before we continue. Where's the troll, guys? Matter of fact, let's get some phone calls, man. Let's open up the simple line, because y'all know I can go all fucking night. Yes, we will have story time later. Also, shout out to Mr. Boosted Coyote. He always shows his support. He's a pillar as well. He's been a veteran. Him, Vega, a slew of guys in here who always keep me going, keep this brotherhood, keep this thing going. Thank you, Mr. Boosted Coyote. Call the show, guys. There's the number. Let's go. And can you guys keep your calls kind of brief, no more than 5 minutes? If it's a good story, I'll give you the go ahead, the green light to keep going. So there's the number. No one wants to call, but we have men want to chop it up. There we go. Now they coming in. Okay, how's it going? Talk to us. Where you from?
Hey, what's up, Barry?
What's going on? Who's this?
This is Greg from Forest City, Arkansas.
Greg, what's going on? Go ahead, Greg.
Man, I have a bachelor's degree, and I thought, just like you said earlier, I have a bachelor's degree, and just like you said earlier, I thought that because I was educated somewhat and all this other stuff, got my own house and no kids, that I would be getting pushed on the regular. But that wasn't so, because I keep running the women who want to play games and all this shit, want to stay with me and don't want to do shit.
I got a question. Greg, Greg, you kind of breaking up in the background. You kind of scratchy. We want to be able to hear you well.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can, but it's kind of fuzzy. What kind of phone you got?
I got the iPhone S6.
Okay, all right. So here's the thing. He says you had a master's degree. You said?
No, I have a bachelor's degree in social work.
Okay, bachelor's degree in social work, and you have your own home. You've accomplished things. You have no debt. You have no kids. And brother Gregory or Greg, he's saying he thought he'd be able to get vagina like that, like women would be lined up And I thought that as well myself. Like I got everything going for me. I got my own place. I got X, Y, Z. I got the necessities. And what guys don't understand, like yourself and myself, and it's not a bad thing because we're taught that's when you and that's good to have those accomplishments, of course. But when you do, men think that okay, now that's it for me. I don't have to do anything else now. The women should want me. Yes, that's logical, but again, they don't operate on logic. They'll look at your degree, they'll shit on your degree.
Right, and that's what I'm getting.
It unfortunately that's how it is. And of course you guys go get your education, become a whatever you want to do in life. Shout out to TK United, thank you for contributing. Do whatever you want to do in life, but basic okay. It might sound crazy to you guys, but I'm gonna try to tell you, women like uncertainty. Women like a guy that's scarce, that's here one day and gone the next. See, what an educated good man like yourself and myself, and you, a lot of you guys, we're used to turning in papers or taking exams or getting a certain grade. We're a numbers type of guys. We're all about the book pretty much, especially you military guys like myself. I expect, okay, if I put in this work, then I should get this outcome. Like I talked about growing up with my dad and everything. So when we do that as educated, men and men with a brain, we think that translates with women, but women don't operate on logic. They operate on destruction and chaos. Unfortunately.
Wow. But thank you for taking my call, brother. Like I said, I always enjoyed the show, and I was just calling in because, I thought that, life would be great after I got your degree and everything, and, just stuff of trying to be a down-to-earth type of guy. But, like you said, sometimes I always feel about that, baby. But thank you for taking my call.
Oh, no problem, brother. Appreciate you, man. Keep your head up.
All right. Later.
I got 5 older pure evil sisters. That's some fucked up shit. Leo, stop saying the troll. If there's a troll in here, please tell me, guys, so I can get rid of him. It's taken away from the lecture. Go ahead and talk to us, brother. Where you from?
Hey, I'm from Long Island.
What's going on, man?
Hey, Darius. First time actually been on the live show. Yeah. Well, my problem is that I just have a problem with girls and I'm looking back and kind of just blow me off.
Okay, you said you have a problem with. Say it again.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
I have a problem lately with girls. Like, they're not texting back for some reason. Like, they leave their number, but they just don't text back. Like, I even had a friend who kind of wanted to, like, smash, and I invited her to my place, and she just didn't respond after that. And I don't want to keep blowing girls' phones up.
So you want the remedy to that? Or you want the answer to that?
Yeah.
Okay, man, let's do it. Let's do a quick rundown. What was the last bitch you talked to? Like, what's the last female you talked to? What's the last woman that flaked on you, that ghosted you? You were supposed to get together. What happened? What was that female? Who was that?
All right. Well, I met some chick on the street, and it went fine. She seemed pleasant. She gave me her number to text her my name. Then I texted her, hey, like 2 days later, still no response. And I'm not the kind of guy who's like gonna blow up your phone all the time.
Okay, here's my thing. Who taught you to say text a bitch 2 days later?
No one. I just thought I'd give her some space. I don't know.
Okay, well, here's the thing. If she flakes, or if you text her, hey, how's it going, whatever. Okay. Let me try to rationalize this for you, my brother, and all you guys. You think you might be the only guy that talked to her that day or that week? She's talking to so many guys. It's insane. Like many guys. She's talking to guys online dating. She's meet a guy at work. She's talking to guys at the gym, at the library, at every place. So when you text a woman and she doesn't text back, or she's like, hey, you know what she going? So what? Don't even get like I used to get bent out of shape. Like, man, I built good rapport. I said the right things. What happened? You know what happened? She talked to another guy. You didn't do anything wrong. Like so many guys think like, man, I said this wrong. You didn't say anything wrong. You did nothing. She's just talking to so many guys. She see your text message. She like, oh. Now sometimes a bitch might be talking to you for like a couple days and everything going good. Then she drop off the map. And sometimes, guess what could happen? An ex could come back in the picture. A guy that treated her like shit, like you're supposed to, might have popped in and said, hey, like might have sent her a text like, what are you doing? A WYD, or hey. Her whole vagina going crazy. She can't believe it. So then what's your name again?
Ian.
Who?
Ian.
All right, we'll call you Roger. So we'll say a guy like yourself, Roger, she'll be like, I don't want to text Roger no more. She just completely forget about you. And you're mad. You thought everything was going good. You met this bitch off the street. Y'all been building rapport. You've been texting Ian, and everything's going fine. And all of a sudden, boom. You're like, what happened? And you looking up. And I think like I look back at the text message. I'm like, okay, did I text her good morning? Like, too late? Like, I woke up kind of late. Maybe I texted her good morning too early, or she's just talking to so many guys. Guys, we do nothing wrong. She has one vagina and 30 guys. One vagina and 10 guys she's talking to. Shout out to Roger 01. So you have a 10% chance, basically, to fuck this woman.
Okay.
That's how it is. So guys, always think, never try to overanalyze or psychoanalyze situations, because you'll drive yourself insane. This bitch, she don't give a fuck. She just like, yo, I'm living in the moment. Who's gonna give me the best deal? You might be 5'10". She might start talking to a guy at the gym that's 6'3", 6'4". She'll get rid of you quick. She don't care. She don't care how much y'all got in common. Y'all listen. Y'all could be born on the same day at the same hospital. That bitch don't give no fuck about that. Y'all could go to the same church. Y'all could have been in the same elementary school with the same teacher. She don't give no fuck about that. That bitch living in a moment. She cares nothing about the past. It sounds fucked up. I'm being honest with you. Women do not give a fuck.
Okay.
All right. Love you, brother. Thank you for calling. Appreciate it.
No problem.
You sound down. Shout out to Mr. Vega for throwing another 25 shekel bomb to the brotherhood, to the church. Vega, are you a patron already? You guys that always contribute, the regulars, are you guys patrons at all? I will put up the Patreon link. We need more men to become patrons. We got a lot of good content. You can see this content on there. Previous live streams. Again, we will have a raffle set up for the men who are patrons. You'll be able to get 25 shekels back a month, however much money a month back. It's kind of like a lottery thing. I just want to do that for you men who do support. So become a patron. We'll start that, I believe, by the first of this month, or month after next. Probably this month, depending on how many patrons we get. All right. And again, you get good content anyway. So you watch me more than you fucking watch fucking Netflix. We got a couple guys in here. I think we have Ringo TV Raw. We got BOA, Book of Rapharonomy. I can't even see all you guys. Shout out to Jay Carson. Just start pulling off some cheesy ass lines to them on dating websites like Donald Trump's going to build the wall and make. And I'll say this too. I used to I tried this shit out when I was on online dating like a few years ago, and I'm saying, hey, how's it going? Shout out to Mr. Morpheus McTow. You contributed big time today. I appreciate you, man. I used to hey, how's it going? Text message. Then I started sending I was copying and pasting. I sent the text message like, hey, you look like this one girl I seen at the store. If I sent that to 20 women, guess how many replied back? 18 replied back. That's how they are. If you ask them, hey, how their days going? Or, I noticed your profile, you cute. You know what you're going to do? But if you say, I'm trying to think. If you say I don't usually go for girls with short brown hair, but I'll take a stab at you. You know what the bitch will do? She'll reply back. What? You don't go for girls with short brown hair? You what? Crazy as it sounds. But again, the the educated good guy, he doesn't understand. And I used to be like that. There's no issue with being educated and a good man. But when you out here dealing with these women in these streets, she wants an educated good man with her vagina. It has been ran through. When she's 35, 40 years old, when her looks are just totally deteriorating, she can't even pair bond. That's when she don't even want an educated good man, because what she'll do is she'll get you and she'll still fuck the loser on the side. Because the loser, the guy with uncertainty, the unreliable guy, that gets her vagina wet. You are just too. Unfortunately, I keep saying unfortunately, but that's how it is with these sluts. Go ahead, talk to us. Where you from?
Yo, what's going on, brother D? It is Felly, man. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great, man.
Oh, man, yo, this is definitely a hot topic tonight, man. The live stream is lit. Man, you definitely hitting them tonight, man, on this one, man. Nice guys, man, I'm telling you, we all used to be nice guys, including myself, man. I used to be one of the best nice guys in the world, man. Like, I've got no play.
No.
Now, granted.
Now, why do you think you couldn't get your play? Good any play, Mr. Fella, from your vantage point?
Man, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm pretty much similar to you, Darius, in a way, because when I was in high school, I lost my virginity when I was 15 years old. So, you're kind of like a year from part. But anyway, besides the point. But I was very nice. I got nothing, bro. Like, I was just like, because ever since the adolescence when we were young, we was taught to treat women nice, we got to court women, we got to say the right things, we got to do the right things to women, because I was, pretty much traditional myself. I had two parents in the household.
Right.
And, once you grow up, you start to realize, like, all right, you do all this stuff, but you never get results from that shit.
Right.
You never get results from that.
Now you might get results. You might get results in life, like as far as your accomplishments, your resources, your job, your career field. Yeah, you'll get results in that. But when it comes to like getting women to cooperate or getting they don't give a. Keep going, Pavelli. Floor is yours.
Nah, but I'll tell you this. Though. They want nice guys when they may be like in their 50s or 60s. That's when they'll want you. But their pussy's like, not in stock anymore. So that's pretty much it. But nice guys, like, that is really true. Nice guys really do finish last. If you don't become a savage, like now, you're going to finish last. And that's the harsh truth about it. Harsh truth. Mm-hmm. That's the harsh truth, man. And it's like, people still asking me, how do you get laid? How do you get laid? I'm like, listen, man, it's 2019. If you don't get laid, if you can't get laid in this day and age, man, it's like, I don't know what to tell you.
The thing about it is, guys can't guys are getting like it's nothing. There's no such thing as like, guys. It's so. And I'm not just talking about from my experience. Like, it's guys. Women are just throwing a pussy everywhere for one, so you don't even have to do much. The fact of the matter is, the good guy, the educated guy, he overcompensates. He thinks that I have to. Okay, I'll give you guys an example real quick. Today is what, Thursday. Let's say you're supposed to meet a woman on Saturday night. Let's say she's supposed to come over, right? On Saturday. So what the good educated man would do, today's Thursday, he'll text a woman, get to know her, and so do you have? He'll ask her all these basically interview questions. The good guy, the educated guy, he'll ask you the interview questions because he thinks, okay, I got to get to know her before I fuck her. These women have fucked guys they didn't even know their last name. They fuck guys in the club.
They be meeting random dudes on the street too. Random dudes.
Yeah.
Like, I hear it all the time. Like even when I do the Uber rides, like in my car, like I actually sometimes talk to the customers, to the female customers. They be like, yeah, I'm gonna go see this guy, yada. And like they talk shit behind their boyfriends, like the guys that they're not really sexually attracted to. Yep. So I'm like, damn, this shit's fucked up.
And then the fact of the matter is, what happens with the educated good guy, he'll think, like I said, go back to, and a lot of you guys do this, and I'm giving you guys examples so you can stop. I'm telling you, if you employ my methods, you will have a much better life and everything of that nature. So let's say today is Thursday, which it is, and you're supposed to meet a woman on Sunday evening. She's supposed to come over and hang out, right? You're like, okay, she's good. She's down to come over and hang out. Or let's say you're supposed to meet at a coffee shop, some dumb shit. What will happen with the educated good guy? He'll go into interview mode. He'll say, okay, I got to get to know her. I got to continue to text her to keep her vagina and her interest in me all the way. But what that's doing is that's really just pushing that shit all the way down. You'll say something off the wall, or she'll be like, you'll say something dumb, or you'll just say just texting too much. And what that'll do is keep her legs closed. Now, if today's Thursday, which it is, and you're supposed to meet this bitch on Saturday or Sunday, what you do with the bitch, you don't text a bitch at all. You just, don't text a bitch. Go about your business. Go into like, then when Sunday comes, she'll be like, oh, I ain't heard from that guy. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay. Now I gotta fuck this guy. It just, unfortunately, and I always say unfortunately because the good man, the educated guy, a lot of you men don't understand that if you ignore her, you'll get the vagina. I've got so much pussy in my life, all bitches ignore me. Actually, I got this woman texting me now, and she's actually always tunes into my fucking live. She's annoying. But she probably most likely listen to me now. But what?
She most likely listen, because like when you tell them the truth, when you really tell them the truth, like they actually like that, man. Like when you actually tell them like up front, like they pussy single, man. I'm telling you.
That's because they are low life piece of shit. Like I said, this woman, she's listening and she's you would think that you are a mean, nasty guy. Guys, if I screenshot and just showed you the text messages this bitch is sending me, it would blow you guys. Matter of fact, it would blow you guys' mind. It would blow you guys' mind.
You gotta wait until I have sex. Wait, what?
So guys, you gotta understand. Ignore her. I'll take it a step further. The only way you're gonna get vagina is if you ignore her. How about I'll just say that. The only way you're gonna get your dick sucked if you ignore her. If you don't believe me, go ahead, go into your interview mode. Come Thursday, you texting her. Saturday, you text her Friday, good morning. Text her Saturday, good morning. All this other shit. The guy that didn't text her. Let's say you talking to a guy. Matter of fact, let's say you talking. She talking to you, and she talking to a guy like myself. We both set dates for Sunday because that's what women do. Women never set one date for Sunday. Then okay, I'm going out with Billy. Then she'll never say that. She'll set both dates, both get-togethers on Sunday and sit back. And my black ass ain't gonna say shit. I ain't gonna say nothing to her. Now Billy, what he'll do, he'll just go into panic mode and say, I gotta keep going, and blah, 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 blah. Then she'll say, you know what? Then I'll hit her up. Let's say we're supposed to get together Sunday at 7 p.m. And I text her at about 5:30. And Billy texts her at 5:30. You know what she gonna do? Oh shit, I haven't heard from Darius. Oh, hey, you know what she gonna go out with? She gonna fuck me. She gonna go out with me. She don't go out with Billy. Unfortunately, that's just how it is. Capelli, the floor is yours.
Man, it's like you gotta stop stop giving a fuck, because when you don't give a fuck, like that's when they like kind of gravitate towards you. Like I really notice that shit. Like when you don't give a fuck and just like going about your day and just be busy, like they'll actually like gravitate towards you. Like when you're not thinking about it, that's when they'll just like slowly like come around you. Like I don't know if you ever had that experience, Darius, but like I like been doing that for the past like couple of months. Like the chicks would come over like left and right, like yo, what the hell? But like when you give them like attention, and when you try to try to chase after them, they just run away like a cat.
He just went straight. They just went right away. But yeah, man, that's what I just wanted to chime in, man. I just want to get my intake on it. I just think nice guys really do finish last. You gotta be a savage with these women. Don't treat them nice. Treat them like shit, even though it sounds pretty bad and fucked up because women don't have a moral compass with anything that they do. So that's pretty much basically what you gotta do. But there are some other people saying, "Where's Kyrie B at, man? I haven't seen him in the chat yet."
Man,
Just chime in on this conversation, man.
we done had who the pillars of the brotherhood. We done had Mickey's been kind of spotty here and there. We've had what's his name? Curry B really spotty. We've had what's his name spotty. Mike Liff, he just fucking gone. So guys,
That's my man. Yeah, all you guys, man.
here today, golden tomorrow, man.
You know what's funny, Darren? I remember what's his name? He's come on here. I don't know. Holding the rest of it. What happened to him?
Man, he got exiled. You missed out, man. I think you kind of late. Remember?
Man. No, I think it was a while back. I think he probably was. Well, I ain't gonna discuss it already, but man, I remember holding the red pill, and man, it's been a lot of people, man. I'm telling you, the chat is booming. You know, you definitely waking men up because you kind of scared me like a couple of weeks ago.
What?
Michelle, I'm like, nah, Darius, you can't do that. You gotta keep waking men up, man. You gotta keep waking men up. So you definitely doing God's work, man, and I really appreciate that. You know what I mean? You actually woke me up. You know what I mean? About 2 to 3 years ago when you first started your channel. So I was doing sipping like back in the day, man. I was doing a lot of sipping, but now we fully red pill. We definitely taking this shit over. We gonna become savages, man. Mm-hmm. And we definitely not gonna let these women take advantage of us, man. We gotta keep our ass up in the game.
Yes, sir. Thanks for calling, Capelli. Appreciate it.
All right, take care, Darius. All right.
See, I'll give you an example. And when this is free wisdom. Sean ain't gone. You guys gone, man. I use Vega, Morpheus MGTOW, New Pillar. I'll give you an example, and it's gonna sound crazy. But let's say you're getting your dick sucked, right? You have to do everything savagery. You have to do no, he wasn't, Mr. Free J. You have to do everything with a savage mentality, even in life. But as right now we're talking about women. So I'll give you an example. Let's say you getting your dick sucked, right? Some guys just sit on the couch and sit there and get his dick sucked, and he'll play with her hair and now black bitches, this is not gonna work out because she ain't gonna let you touch her hair. But let's say she's white, Caucasian, or Asian, whatever. So he'll play with her hair and while he's getting her dicks, he'll caress and like he's moisturizing and washing her hair with some head and shoulders. So he'll do all this shit, and you don't want to do that. I don't want you to be comfortable while you sucking my dick. I don't want that to happen. So what I do, what the savage will do, what Tyrone or Pookie or Ray Ray does, he ain't gonna sit on the couch. He gonna stand right the fuck up, have that bitch on her kneecaps. Forgive me, guys, I'm still in my scrubs, my work uniform. Have her on her kneecaps and fuck in her mouth. See, that's what the savage does. That's a totally different lifestyle and mind frame. Go ahead and talk to us. Where you from? The floor is yours.
Hey, what's going on, Darius? It's your boy Jakeem, man.
Who is it?
Jakeem Brooks.
Okay. What's going on, Jakeem? How's it going?
Not much, man. Calling from North Carolina, man. I just had to tell my story and how I found out about the red pill. You actually, inspired me and got my head right, got my mind right, man. So, I was dating this chick a while back.
How long ago?
Graduated high school.
How long ago?
This is about 2 years ago, man.
Okay.
And I was head over heels for a love of the devil. I was buying her things.
Hold on, one second, brother. How old are you?
21.
You're 21. How old is she? How old was she?
She was 17, turning 18.
Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah. And so this was her senior year of high high school. She was getting ready to go to college, and we were just dating. Buying her everything. She went to her first year of college, man. She started to get iffy on me. She would send me a text like, I'm going out with the girls. They don't hit me back till like 2 days later. Like, oh, I forgot I went to sleep. I went out, or this and that. I'm like, okay, I'm wondering what's going on. I'm still sending her gifts, doing this and doing that. Come to find out, man, my homeboy went up to her school and realized she was fucking with a lame nigga who didn't even go to her school. He just stayed in the same town. And dude was a straight up bum, just coming to the school just to get hoes. And for sure, he was fucking my girlfriend. That shit blew my mind. I'm trying to figure out, like, what am I doing wrong? You know what I'm saying? I'm buying you this. I got my life together.
Right.
I'm working.
Right. A lot of men like good men. They got a 9 to 5. They probably don't got no criminal record, and and it is logical. You think, okay, I should be getting the pussy. I have no criminal record. I got a 9 to 5. I've been on the job for maybe 3, 4, 5, 10 years, and so you would think pussy's supposed to be just falling in my motherfucking lap. But unfortunately, that doesn't work with women. They fuck the lower low. You know?
For real, man. A lot of guys need to wake up. My friends, man, they hit me with the, oh, man, I'm about to drive out of town for the pussy. Just straight up simping, man. A lot of these guys just need to wake up to the reality. But yeah, man, I just wanted to call and say I appreciate what you done for me, man. I've been tagging these hoes left and right lately. I'm feeling good, man.
Hey, this is the life that we want to live, man. Live it like a savage, no holds bar, and no care for these sluts. Because once you care, I noticed this.
Yeah.
Once you care about her, once you let her know how you feel, once you and I noticed this, like I was fucking this one woman a while back, and we fuck, and I would start to just naturally just cuddle with her, just after we smash, I'm just and I start to see like she started to kind of, she started to kind of pull away, and literally the pussy was gone. And when you care about a woman or you show her your soft side, what that does is just gets her vagina dry. It's just fucked up, but that's how it is.
And that's the sad thing about it. Like, deep down, man, we want them to be our friends. But, it don't work with females like that. The only friend I can have as a female is my mama. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, ever since I went MGTOW, my relationship with my mama has gotten a lot better. You know what I'm saying? I treat her a lot how I should treat women, but these girls just ain't working.
Yes, sir. Thanks for calling, my brother, man. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Remember, the more you care about her, the more she won't want to fuck you. Why is this? Sucks, but sometimes you just have to. Now you can stay a good guy and you'd be like, nah, I don't want to fuck women. But okay, I'll give you 1 second, caller. Give me 1 second. Okay, let me give you an example. Let's say you're a good man. You graduated college. You a good all around guy. You grew up with both parents, and you got your 9 to 5. You got your life together. You clean cut, all this other shit. No criminal record. Everything's good. And you meet a woman at the library. Now, let's say you go out with this woman. You take her on a date, and you're nice to her. You're kind to her, and you don't really push it to try to fuck. You try to take things slow. What she's gonna do is she's gonna start going seeking something else. She's gonna want to fuck something else, because I don't care if a woman works in a library, or I don't care if she works at a fucking she's a correctional officer. You know who she gonna fuck? She's gonna fuck the guy who's the most savage, because women they like savage masculine men. Like the men who ask how her day is, those are her gay best friends. The gay guys with the lisp, with the wrists like this, no homo. Those are the guys that ask her that. A masculine man doesn't care about her, because what a masculine man is, listen, okay, bitch, I got you set up for Saturday. You coming over to smash? I'm out. I'm on my grind, or I'm setting up other bitches for Saturday too, for Sunday too. So as he's setting up other bitches to do whatever, or grinding on this purpose and business mind and all that, he forgets about the female that's coming over Saturday. So when she pings on the phone, now she make things happen. But women, and I'll get to the inmate shit. You got to think, women correctional officers fuck inmates. Ain't that some sad shit? Just think about this. 1 second, Carl. I'm sorry. Just think about this, guys. Correctional officers that are females. Me, nearest prison is Cook County Correctionals. These women will fuck an inmate who's on death row, who's doing 25 to life, 15 to life, and you sitting up here asking her how her fucking day is. These guys, 3 hots in the cot. 23-hour lockdown. In a hole. Just think about it. 23-hour lockdown, these guys have no cell phones. Think about that. So these women find some way within that 1 hour, because he's locked up for 23 hours, with surveillance everywhere, and they find out a way to fuck an inmate. And you sitting there texting her, asking her how her... Listen, the floor is yours, man. Go ahead.
Okay, so this is Jordan, The Vengeance of Diana.
Talk louder for us, man, please.
Well, I just want to let you know that, I own a business, and I'm pulling like at least $500,000 this year. Every year it almost doubles or triples.
Okay, 1 second, brother. 1 second. Talk a lot louder. Yada yada.
I have the chat book. And I just want to reinforce to tell them that it doesn't matter what you look like or how much money you have. Like you were saying with the dominance, it's all about dominance and being alpha. Like doesn't matter. I mean, I've dated Madison since on Comedy Central. I've dated the top, like the ugly girls a chance. It doesn't matter what they look like. If you act like a pussy or a simp, they're gonna run away. And then going on to my question for you is what has happened since you and your ex? What's happened since you've blown up? Has she come back? Because usually you do that.
You said, okay, I'll answer that. I'll answer that in 1 second. You say you pull in $500,000 a year. You ain't contributed to the church. You ain't became a patron. What's going on, man?
I haven't been a patron yet, but I used to take care of my family. My father kind of fell on his face.
Nah. All right. Okay. So you asked about my my kid's mom. You said what happened to my daughter's mom, my ex or my daughter's mom? Which one?
The one that you were closest to, what she really felt hard for.
The one I felt really hard for, but that shit when I was that was just when I was overseas. No, you know what? The bitch I felt hard for. You want to do story time, or what are you trying to?
Yeah.
Well, well, I'll give you that example. The bitch that made me go my own way and it made me digest the red pill. Or matter of fact, you can give her a round of applause because without her fucking me over, there would be no channel. We wouldn't be here right now. So you give a round of applause to Kelsey. We're not going to tell her last name. But what happened was everything was going great with this bitch. And, texting her and, checking up on all this. Everything's going great, We let it be known on Facebook we're in a relationship. You change the relationship status on Facebook, all that mumbo jumbo. And what happened was she just became distant. I mean, out of the blue. And she said she needed space. And I didn't know what the fuck I'm like, what the fuck going on? I didn't know what that meant. So I remember I was at work and I asked a couple female coworkers, I was like, so what is she said she needs space, and I was worried. So I'm like, I like this bitch. She looked good, and I basically let all my family and friends know on Facebook. I let it be known that hey, I'm with this bitch, and everything of that nature. So I want to keep things intact, So I asked a couple female coworkers. They said, oh, she probably just wants affection. She probably just wants send her some flowers. So I'm at my job. I'm like, okay, you know what? Let me send this bitch some flowers to her job. So I sent her flowers a couple times, right? And then, I remember she, Snapchatted me. She was like, thanks. So I'm like, okay, cool, excuse me. And then, I really didn't get no responses back. I was trying to communicate with her, call her, shit with the voicemail. Shout out to Kelsey. Fuck that hoe. But nevertheless, so I went to her job and I dropped her off some lunch. You know, not on no stalker mode, but I just said, hey, I got you some lunch, whatever. You know, surprise her. And she sat in my car for a couple minutes and ate, you know, said, hey, thanks. Didn't give me a hug, nothing. And then she went back in with her fucking plate. That was from like a Chinese place. I forgot what it specifically was. And then I was wondering like, what the fuck is going on? You know. I think what made me go overboard with is because I put it out on Facebook and I let everybody know, hey, I'm in a relationship with this bitch. You know, and I basically trying to do the relationship type of thing, the one-on-one type of thing. So that's what made me go overboard because I didn't want to make it seem like I was a dumbass for getting a relationship with the chick and letting everything know, everybody know. So after that, I was just, you know, panicking like, what the fuck is going on? And she was like, I need some space and all that shit. And then that's when I lost it. I was like, man, what the fuck, man? So I used to post Snapchats, right? And she used to always watch my Snapchat. So then sometimes I used to, you know, hit her up on Snapchat and then she'd read them and then wouldn't reply back. So I'm like, man, you fucking bitch. So I was doing this for like, this went on for about 3 weeks. And, you know, then I said, man, I just got tired. I said, man, fuck this bitch. That's it, man. It's over with. So then I stopped contacting her. I just blocked her on everything. Blocked her on Facebook, blocked her on Snapchat, Instagram, everything. Except for the number. So then I remember about a week was going by. And I was just starting to, you know, get back into the groove of fucking with different women and building my roster and everything. A week went by, I'll never forget. And I'm laying in my bed because I worked overnight. And I get a text message from her. She was like, do you need company? And I'm like, I'm in my bed like, what the fuck? Do I need company? And I'm sitting like, bitch, I was trying to get in touch with you for weeks. Literally weeks. And I'm like, man,
They always come back when you do that.
and I'm like, man, I'm just getting on with my life. I'm moving on. I'm building my roster. I'm spinning plates now. I'm trying to set shit up. So then I'm like, and I'm thinking in my head like, man, fuck this. And I was like, you know what? I'm like, she probably want to fuck whatever. So I'm like, all right, slide on. I said, yeah, you know, come on over. She lived 30 minutes away. This bitch was here in 10 minutes. So, which means she must have drove by my place and looked and see if I was there. And when she got here, she had some steak and shake, some food. I think I told a few of you guys this already. And she's, you know, there and she's like, all right, she came in and, you know, she got me something to eat. And I'm sitting there watching watching the show and all that shit. And she started saying, I remember she specifically said, I had a dream about you. I'm like, and I'm sitting there like, I'm like, oh, you know, because that time it took me a week. I'm like, you know, I'm over this bitch. I'm doing my own thing. And I just basically forgot about it. And she was like, yeah. And she was like, I had a dream we had a baby and all that shit. And I'm like, this bitch fucking crazy. And then she was like, yeah, I haven't had my period in like a couple weeks, so I might be pregnant. And I'm sitting there on my couch laughing because the whole time we was using condoms and all that shit, right? And so she was like, we was like maybe 15 minutes into the movie. She touching on my leg, touching on my dick, touching on my chest. I ain't doing shit. I'm sitting there like, wow. And all in my head, I'm thinking like, oh, so you tell me the only thing I had to do was ignore this bitch? And I'm sitting like, wow.
Right back.
So then, cause I had looked up, like, you know, this like, they got this thing online where it's like this 30-day no contact bullshit. I'm quite sure a lot of y'all heard of this shit. Like this 30-day no contact. We stop talking to the bitch, you know, for however long. Maybe she break up with you. Maybe she, you know, whatever the case may be, whatever the issue is, she got rid of you. And so I was doing that, and it wasn't even 30 days, it was like fucking a week. So anyway, she tell me, she said, let's go in the room. So she lead me to my room, and she unbuckled my pants. So I'm like, I ain't basically have to do shit. And, you know, she took her shit off. She bent the fuck over. I said, hold on, let me go get a rubber. So I throw in a rubber. And I think then she started to kind of get upset a little bit. Like, because I said, hold on. And she said, what are you doing? And what I believe she wanted to do was she wanted me to fuck her raw. And I'm 100% positive. So, I smashed her and everything. Then, we hung out or whatever, and then I was like, all right, I'm about to go to sleep. So then she got up and she left, and she tried to communicate. She texted me the next day. She says, "Do you love me?" Like, you just came over and smashed. I just smashed, yesterday, and that just goes to show that my brothers, guys, when you ignore these bitches, when you treat them like shit, they come back around, man. That's how these bitches are, man. When you put them on a pedestal, that's how it is, man. So,
yeah, but before I go, which is funny because like it's almost like all these stories are identical. Like you run away, they come back. I will be like too, like when my loan goes up in 4 months, I'll drop like $100. But right now, I'm literally supporting a family of 6, and
no
they
big
have
deal.
ridiculous finances here. What was I going to say? Are you aware that when women, even Scientific American did a study on this, that when women take birth control, it alters their taste in men? Like, I think all these hormones, other stuff like
Really?
birth control was invented by the Nazis, and it was just like the Nazis made Bayer aspirin and all this. It's all this like eugenic sterilization program. I don't think inherently it's actually the women, even though like MGTOW and all that stuff, like we're aware that they're a problem. But I think it's the conditioning from all the media, all the drugs and shit in our water, the fluoride in our water, all the targeted stuff to women. And they're basically like the birthing cow. Like they're the start of like, our society. So I think like these hierarchies of this echelon is pretty much targeted then. And you see the modern day woman, because look at your grandma, for instance, or look at like any of her grandparents, any of the viewers. Like they don't act like the women we act today. Like,
No.
they're
more evil.
Calm and conservative. Yeah, exactly.
And that's why I noticed. Shout to Mr. Morpheus MGTOW. He said, "Seems like it's been a while since you got a couple of shekels." Yeah, man. Thank you, Morpheus MGTOW. You've been dropping them all evening. Guys, support the stream, man. Donate to the church. We need your support. So yeah, that's what it seems like. It's like, and the men have to alter their way of thinking when it comes to women. When it comes to life, you still do what you got to do. But guys, it's as crazy as it is. Women have gotten psycho. You got to think of the ups and downs, the mood swings. They working a 9 to 5s. They in school. They fucking a lot of different guys. They bar hopping. They bar crawling. They drinking. They popping pills. They all these. They on birth control. So all these things going on, and you think she's able to sit down and say, okay, you know what? I'm going to choose the right guy today. She's not going to do that. That's impossible.
It's all the programming, though. It's all the programming. Like you look at play a lot of your music backwards. It's subliminal messaging, and subliminal messaging does we're the more intelligent species. This is like we grow gray brain matter past the age of 25. This is fact. Like we actually are more intelligent. Not to sound misogynistic, but
no, you sound like a dog. Good. That needs to happen.
And they honestly they're being targeted, and I'm not taking their side. I'm not sipping out. I'm just saying there's a root cause for this shit, and all this the birth rate, it's all the drugs, and it's all, and the drugs I mean by the birth control, the fluoride, the GMOs in the foods. Because for instance, when you eat a McDonald's hamburger, for instance, all those GMOs, you have around 40,000 bacteria in your stomach. It rewrites those bacteria, right? And bacteria affect hormones, and hormones is the brain. Just like with cats are mind controlled by toxoplasmosis. Human beings are no different with candida. We have been targeted, the human race essentially, through eugenics and sterilization. So we see this huge divide with men and women, and it really goes back to fundamentals. We're being fucked with, and it's just like in the slave times, for instance. They didn't go after the men. They went after the big mamas. That's how they got the men in line.
Yep. That's how they do.
They literally went after the women to control the men, and that's exactly what we're seeing in society. They're damaged goods. But check the media, check the Hollywood. For instance, the word Hollywood comes from the first wands were created. The magic wands were created out of the holly tree, and you bring the holly tree in Christmas. There's a lot of satanic shit going on at the end of the day. There's a lot of mind control going on, and it's pretty elaborate. But that's just something I don't know if you guys read that.
Listen, it ain't elaborate for me because I've already done tons of research. So this is we basically on the same wavelength when it comes to this. So I know, guys. I'm into a lot of what I like to do because I don't chase bitches like that on my And when you don't chase women, guys, It opens up your mind. It frees your mind. It literally frees your mind, and you're literally thinking like, it's almost like the left side of your brain is being occupied by vagina for so long. And then when you strip that away, you're sitting there looking around your house because you need something to occupy that part of your brain where you used to chase vagina at. We used to pursue women and do all this crazy shit. Now, you can set up a bitch popping up here and there. But when you used to pursue women, majority of the time, now that part of your brain, you basically looking into. I'm researching all type of shit, man. I listen. My playlist is long. I like to do research on all types of things. So listen, what you just said, every word, we're on the same wavelength. I know what you're talking about. Thank you for calling, man. We're gonna take more calls.
Thanks, Derek.
Shout out to Mr. Ryan Pruitt for contributing. Thank you, Brother Pruitt, for contributing your 20 shekels to the church. Much appreciated. Also, we will be dropping a video tomorrow as usual. You guys will enjoy it. Always, you can take something from it. Shout out to Bugatti Wayne. Oh, make sure you like the Facebook page. There's the link. Give it a 5-star rating. Takes 2 seconds. Shout out to all you men. So what you men have to realize is the ability for a woman to choose the right guy. And I heard what content creator said this. Red Supreme TV, love his content. Go check him out. Tell him I sent you. Women, okay, let me break this down. When it comes to women choosing men, okay, they know what they're doing. They can use intuition and logic. They can look at a guy and say, you know what? He's not a good guy. He's a shitty guy. Women use that. They use logic to a sense. When it comes to fucking a guy, they know he's not shit. They know he's a bad guy. They know he's a criminal, XYZ. They know. They're not dumb when it comes to that, in that department. But the reason why they don't choose the good guy early on and they intentionally choose the bad guy is because they know the beta male simp, the good educated guy that's always wanted her, she can postpone and wait 10, 15 years for an educated good guy. She can have all her fun in her teens and 20s and a lot of times 30s. And she knows that, you know what? This educated good guy, he's got to be there. But a lot of times the educated good men, they're waking up due to social media and my platform and everything else. They're waking up. Men are saying, you know what? Even the educated good men, they say, I'm not dealing with that bullshit. You don't want a woman's damaged goods. Go ahead, talk to us where you're from.
Derek, how you doing, man? Mike from Bessemer.
Oh, what's going on, Mike? Doing great.
Great show tonight, man. I had to call in on this one, man, because I got a pretty good story of something that I went through.
The floor is yours.
Ago.
Go ahead. The floor is yours.
All right. So years ago, I met this Ecuadorian girl, pretty girl. She was about 25 years old. She had a master's degree. She was a school teacher. So we met at a lounge. We went out to a diner afterwards. We exchanged phone numbers or whatever. Then I started talking to her. So come to find out, the guy that she was on and off again was a club promoter, okay, who was, in and out of jail for drugs, complete fucking dirtbag. And she had been on and off with him for years. Now, at the time, I'm a police officer, right?
Okay.
I was young, I had all my shit together, and I'm like thinking to myself, I'm like, this makes sense with her. Like, she's young, she's educated, she has a good job, I have a good job. This makes sense, right? She seemed like a nice girl. So we hung out a couple times, and she would always front on me. She would never, ever let me smash. Never. And I was like, I could not figure out. I'm like, I don't fucking get this. This doesn't make any type of sense to me. So I had some mutual friends because we used to hang out in the same places. So I come to find out, so she was still dealing with the ex, right, the bum, promoter, whatever, and out of jail. Then she was fucking with some fucking guy that he was into dancing salsa, bachata, merengue, like that stuff, right? And supposedly he was like a amateur boxer, which turned out to be fucking bullshit. That's the lie that he told her, right?
Uh-huh.
So she's fucking with that guy. And apparently, like, you know, that's the type of guys, those are the type of guys that she was into. All she cared about was, like, oh, guys that knew how to dance and stuff like that. Listen, I got 2 left feet, man. My grandparents are they're from Puerto Rico, man. But, you know, I was raised here. My mom is the one who raised me. She didn't teach me Spanish. She didn't teach me how to dance or any of that, you know. So I was just a regular Brooklyn kid, you know.
Right.
So that wasn't really my thing. But, she would never let me hit it. And then finally, after a while, I got frustrated with her. I'm like, I don't understand what your story is. And she was like, well, you know, Mike, the thing is this, like, you know, you have all your shit together. There's nothing wrong with you. You're a smart guy. You're really articulate. You're bright. And I can't fix you. And there's nothing that I can do to change you. She's like, I like guys that are a challenge and that I could fix, you know, and I could help them. I could build them up. And, you know, they need me, and you don't really need me for anything. And I'm like, this bitch is out of her fucking mind.
Hey, Mike, say that whole thing one more time, but no profanity. Say it again.
Oh, okay.
Because I might want to use this in the next video, man. I love when you call, but go ahead, say that again. Tell these guys again.
Okay. Where do you want me to start from the part where?
Start from the part where about the promoter dude, the kickboxing dude,
Okay.
whatever. Okay.
Okay, yeah. So she's messing with a promoter that's in and out of jail, right? That's the guy that she's been with on and off for years. And then I come to find out she's messing with some other guy that, you know, he goes to these clubs and he dances, and he was allegedly some sort of an amateur boxer or whatever, which come to find out that wasn't even true. He told her that to smash, basically, like to present himself as sort of like, you know, like an alpha, like I could protect you or whatever. Meanwhile, I'm the real guy that was out on the street protecting people, risking my life as a cop. Okay? And she was into the whole dancing thing. Like, she would even tell me, like, oh, I don't like the fact that you don't dance. You know, like, when we go out, we just sit down, you know, we smoke hookah, we drink, but you don't dance. I'm like, look, I don't dance. It is what it is. Like, what's important to you? Me being able to dance or to provide for you? You know? So at the end of the day, I'm dealing with her for a few months. She would make out with me. She would tease me, would never let me smash. And I finally had a conversation with her, and I said, you know, I don't understand what the problem is. Like, you know, we have a good vibe. We both have our lives together. What's the issue? And that's when she told me, well, you know, you have your whole life together. You're bright. You're articulate. I can't fix you. Like, there's nothing wrong with you. And I like a challenge. And, you know, I want somebody that I can build, and somebody that I can help, and that I can mold. Whatever. She's like, that's what I need. She's like, and she was a school teacher, and she goes so far to say as even in school teaching, I like to help the bad kids, like the troubled kids. I don't really like working with the kids that have good manners. Is that not sick?
Man, a lot of women, they are intimidated by intelligent men who have their lives together. I said this in the previous video. They thrive on dysfunction and chaos. That's the average woman, believe it or not. It's because they are chaos. They cannot have, they don't like a man who's on a straight and narrow, who has his head on his shoulders.
Right.
They need some sort of Build-A-Bear type of guy and to fix him and mold him so they can get credit. That's what women enjoy, man.
Right. Absolutely. They don't want somebody that's on time, that, you know, is not going to get into trouble, that's not going to give them problems. You know what? I caught myself, though. You know, and a few years later, I caught myself, and I started to realize something. The girls that I like, that I actually like, I treat them pretty good. And the girls that I really don't like, that I just want to mess around with, I treat them like borderline garbage. And they love it. So, unfortunately, you have to treat everybody like pretty much trash. Like even the girls that you're really interested in, that you like, and you would like to possibly, have more than just, a smash or whatever, you have to treat them the same way you would treat the girl that you don't care about at all, because that's what they respond to, for the most part,
It's unfortunate. That's just how it is. If you don't, and that's why I like a lot of when I meet women or I start talking to them, some women might like, and that's how a lot of women act. You might be a school teacher or a female that has a degree that maybe work in a hospital. She might have her life together, and what men will do, they'll say, "Oh, she's not like a Section 8 hood rat type of ratchet type of chick, so I'm gonna treat her nice." They don't like that shit.
That's
Women,
what I would do.
women
I would
like,
catch myself doing that.
and you got to catch yourself. Like when I talk, like, here's my mind frame when I meet a woman. She can be a fucking nun. She can be a nun. She can go to church every single day of the week for 12 hours a day. I'm gonna treat you like garbage because that's your nature. That's what you like. Women, you have to tell yourself. Let's say you meet a woman tomorrow, Friday. Oh, she tells you, hey, I'm a good. She puts on a smile. You got to tell yourself in your head, don't get caught up in the sauce. She's not a good girl. She's shit. Like I tell myself every day, these women ain't shit. These women ain't shit. I tell myself every day. Every woman I see, you ain't shit. And that's what you have to tell yourself because we've been brainwashed to treat them nice, like nice people. You got another story for us, Mike? Man, the floor is yours, man. Love your stories.
Yeah, no problem. I also want to put something on the table for you, man. It happened to me a couple of times where I didn't get to smash because I actually treated the girl decent, but I want to put something on the table here. It's only really happened with me with Hispanic girls and with black girls, if I'm being honest.
Mr. Sorry, Mr. Mike. That's true. Because it a lot of times it depends on where they come from. But it has happened to me with Caucasian women, because that's the bulk of the women I fucked pretty much in my life. It depends on the type of white female. Because the white females, a lot of times that I deal with, they already have a history of fucking with black guys. And the majority of those black guys they've been with have been shit and trash. So if I come and try to treat her like a, average or normal, or treat her like, treat her good, she won't respond to that because she's used to savage type of black men or type of men that she's used to be with, because majority of black men don't give a fuck, pretty much. So I noticed that black women, here's the thing, with black women, if you nice, you ain't getting no pussy. Hispanic women, you can say the same thing. If you do not treat them like shit, you ain't fucking her. You just not. Now with white women, you can ease back on the gas a little bit. You don't have to be a complete savage, but you just have to basically let her know, hey, these are my intentions and everything. But black women, Hispanic women, you gotta really you gotta dog them out.
Yeah, you gotta be a little bit, especially if they're like hood rats, you gotta be a little bit more savage, a little bit more aggressive. And women are chameleons, because I've met some girls that they might have grown up in the hood, but at first when I initially meet them and they speak to me, they put on a good act. Like they're not really, hood rats or like that. But when they get angry, the real person tends to come out. So a lot of times they project a certain image of what they think you want to see, and they'll adjust to you too. If they see how you carry yourself, they'll carry themselves a little different in the beginning at least.
That's why I tell guys, you have to set the stage. Like that's paramount. You have to, when you meet a female, you talk to her, whatever, you gotta let her know, hey, I tell a female, listen, I like a lot of things when I do with women, I tell her like, do you watch porn? And then she'll say, I watch it here. That's okay. What's your favorite genre? Oh, double penetration, interracial. I was like, oh, okay. So I'm setting the stage so she knows what to expect. So she knows, hey, I'm trying to smash.
Yeah, absolutely. And that saves you the trouble. That'll save you a lot of nonsense. Like if that's what you're trying to do, then it saves you a big headache. But these women are they're psychotics, man. Because I've seen, I've dealt with girls, man, that I started talking to them, and I'm thinking this makes a lot of sense or whatever, and then they end up right back with the ex. And that's what I also, you mentioned something earlier too. What I tell guys too is, don't take any of this stuff personally. Like, if you meet a girl and you guys start talking and you got a good vibe and then she ghosts you, don't ever take it personally.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of the times what happens is they got back together with an ex. A lot of times, or they were already talking to somebody, and now that's where their focus is at. A lot of times, it's not really you. It's not like you fucked up, or a lot of times it's not a reflection of you.
Nope, that's right. It's not.
It's just them.
These women, they're so bonkers, man. That's why, guys, when you take them serious or you try to, man, you end up losing your mind because you start like, what happened? Why is she going cold? Why she used to text me every morning, and now the second week she ain't. Man, these women are fucking. When I say they're nuts, guys, they are fucking psycho.
Absolutely. There's from moment to moment. It's like you also said earlier, we were talking about like how it's when they're in the mood. Like you never know. Like I've had girls where I met them or whatever, and they fronted, they didn't let me smash, and then I get a random text message like months later at like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, and they're like, "What are you doing? Where you at? I'm at this club. Come through." And then I meet up with them and I smash. But when I was putting in all that work, I got nowhere. So it's just the mood they're in at that point, at that moment, a lot of the times.
Yeah, it's all about that mood. That's why, man. Yeah, and it's crazy, but what it stems back to is you not caring. And I know it's kind of weird for a man not to care because we're biologically driven to care about children. Everybody but ourselves.
Yeah.
We care about everybody. Ask yourself, when you was in a relationship, when the last time you bought yourself something? You ain't bought yourself nothing. Because you were always thinking about her or the children or whatever. Like, we're always thinking about her. Look at all the commercials. So that programming literally has to stop. It has to go away, and you have to not care about her. And that's so difficult for men to do.
No, it is, especially when you see good qualities or what you perceive to be good qualities in a woman. You're automatically, what kicks in is, oh, you know what, I'm going to treat this girl right. She's got her shit together. This is the type of girl I'm looking for. I have to treat her good. I'm not going to treat her like I normally would. But unfortunately, that doesn't work.
Yep. Unfortunately, that's how it is, man, with these women. If you treat them, and a lot of times, if y'all see me, I shake my head a lot during this live stream because I'm like, and I can't believe I would never think I would be at this point with you guys. And it's just like, why wasn't I told this when I was fucking a kid? I would have saved myself. Oh my God, I saved myself. I wouldn't even have no kids right now, to be honest with you. If that was the case, but man, I would have.
It's hard, man, because like I said, I'm 37. I'm gonna be 38 years old, right? And I was thinking like my mentality was when I was younger. I said, you know what? I'm gonna run wild in my 20s, and then once I hit like 30, I said, all right, I'll settle down. But then I started to realize, I was like, these bitches they're just fucked up. They're all around fucked up. And again, it's gotten worse. We spoke about this. It's gotten worse because of social media and modern day feminism in this country. It's just gotten way, way worse, man. These women are bugged out.
Exactly.
Bugged out of their minds.
You can't even get no. And guys, as much as you want a long-term relationship with a woman, you can't get no long-term relationship, bro.
No.
You
they're
can't.
ready to trade you in.
They ready to. And I try to. Here's the thing. I never talk from a fear of. Shout out to Josh. From a fear of like scarcity or she's gonna leave me. I just know her nature. I know she's going to leave me. So at whatever point, it could be a week later, 10 years, 3, 4. I have a long. So in order for me to have a long-term relationship, I have to be a simp. I have to be able to be molded. I have to be spineless. I have to let her talk to me any type of way. I have to be basically a servant and treat her like a queen in order for me to have any sort of relationship with a woman. And even if you do that, that shit could backfire. So it's like your best bet. Your best bet you gotta be a yes man. Exactly, Rafi. Your best bet as a man is to. I hate to tell you guys, you might as well just either go you might as well just fuck. Just fuck these bitches and keep it moving, man. Enjoy your life while you
That's it.
can. And I'm gonna be real with you guys, man. These women are fucked. They're not like your mother. They're not like your grandmother. They are fucked in the
Not even
head.
close. Not even close. Let me tell you. You know, like my mom raised me. You know, unfortunately, my father, you know, he passed away when I was a child. So my mother had to raise me. But she never left me with my grandmother to go clubbing on the weekend like all these girls do. They leave the kid with the grandmother to go out clubbing. My mother never did that. She was always around, always worried about me, taking care of me. She wasn't bringing different men to the house and stuff like that. You know, that's what this generation does. All these girls I meet out in the clubs, all these single mothers, I'm like, how are you partying every single weekend when you have a kid and you're out in the club?
That's
You know?
That's because, I mean, women, guys, there's no. Here's the thing. They want us to be traditional men. You know, provide, be strong, be all these different things, and like you know, court and all this shit. But we're not even getting traditional minded women. I can see if they had a degree, but if they came with, you know, just overall in shape, that's for one. These bitches out of shape. Oh, if they not out of shape, they're a couple burgers and 2-3 years away from being overweight. Like they're on a gym membership, they don't care about. They fuck around, they manipulative. Everything is out of whack with today's woman. Everything is fucked up, and they expect us to court them and take them serious. It's like I'm with a nutcase. Like when I was, guys, I'm keeping real. When I've been with women, they've been nutcases. I'm talking about they've been straight jacks. They just, the things that they do, it's not even like you think like, why the fuck would you? It's like what? And then it throws your whole day off, your whole week. It's like when I've been in relationships with women, it drove me nuts. When I stopped being with them or we broke up, it was like a huge weight off my back and I was free.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, man. When my ex, my last long-term relationship, I almost had a nervous breakdown. I'm not even exaggerating. Almost had a nervous breakdown.
How long ago?
That's how far she pushed me. Man, it's been man, let me see it. I think it might be 5 years now.
Tell us that story real quick, if you don't mind. Do you mind?
Dude, it's a long story, man.
Hey, listen,
I mean,
the floor is
I can tell
yours. We ain't dipped in subscribers, viewers watching yet. So, guys, we got Mike from Bensonhurst from New York. He's a pillar of the brotherhood. He's a long-time subscriber. Go ahead, shit. Floor is yours.
I'm talking about it. All right, so this is.
Hold on one second. It's a female that's calling me, right? And right now, if y'all can hear the beep, I've been ignoring this female for. It's crazy how we talk about ignoring bitches. I will put her number up, but I ain't gonna be able to do that. She's calling me right now, and she's fucking psycho. She probably wants some dick, but continue. And I ain't talking to this bitch in like a year. But go ahead. The floor is yours.
All right, so I'm about 30 years old at the time, right? So, like I said, you know, I ran wild from the time I was about 17 up until about 30. And finally, I said, you know what, man? You know, I think it's time for me to settle down. You know, like, I got everything together. I think I should probably settle down with somebody, have a kid or whatever. I meet this girl. She was like a friend of a friend. She was my same age, same background. She was born and raised in Brooklyn, too. Her grandparents were from Puerto Rico as well. The only difference was that she grew up in the hood, and I'll get back to why that became an issue later on because of the chaos in her own life that, you know, her background with her parents. We came up very differently, even though we had the same background.
Hey, Mike, one second, Mike. You guys want me to pick up that phone call? That would be great for the show, because you guys, I'm all about views and ratings X, Y, and Z.
Hey, what you gotta do?
No, we're gonna fuck that bitch. Everybody's like, yeah, pick it up. The guys that say pick it up, y'all never have contributed. I swear I could pick it up, to be honest with you. They gonna make the bitch donate. But Mike, the floor is yours. Forgive me, man. Go ahead, continue.
Okay. No problem, man. All right. So we met, whatever, and she told me that she has a kid. So I was like, shit. So I was like, okay, how? And I always, in terms of dealing with girls with kids, I always looked at them as, I'm just gonna hit it. That's it.
Right.
I'm just gonna hit it. Like I never wanted to be with somebody who had a kid because I wanted to have, you know, a kid of my own, and I always, you know, knew that their kid was gonna come first in their lives. I didn't want another man being involved, being able to talk to my girl whenever she wanted, and so on, whatever. But you know, she tells me the kid was 15. Now she's 30 at the time. So she had the kid when she was 15. So I said, okay. And, she broke down the story with me. This is her first boyfriend, blah, 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 blah. And she said, when I became 18, I married him. I married my, the father of my kid. Then a couple years later, I found out he was cheating on me. We divorced. So I thought to myself, I'm like, okay, you know what? She made a mistake when she was a teenager. And now she's 30. She's a nurse. She doesn't have any other kids.
Okay.
So I'm thinking, well, you know what? Maybe she learned, She fucked up when she was a kid. And, now she's got her shit together, whatever.
Right.
She has a good job. So I'm like, okay. And they're not, she doesn't really talk to the father. Like, he goes and visits, they had visitation rights or whatever. So he wasn't really involved in her life like that,
Uh-huh.
And the kid is older, so I didn't really have to raise the kid too much, like I wouldn't have to be too involved because he was already a teenager. So I said, okay. So, I dated her for like 6 months before I decided to make her my quote unquote girlfriend,
Mm-hmm.
And that's when the problem started. Once we became official is when she started being very jealous and she started being very paranoid about things, and we were constantly fighting about nonsense, But at the same time, when you care about somebody, you like somebody, you make excuses for them.
Right, right.
It happens to us. So I was just like, you know what? She's been through a lot of bad experiences. Her mother was a junkie, and the father was a deadbeat. So, she didn't have a good upbringing, so she got a lot of issues. But, I can work through this. So, to make a long story short, we were together for a little over 2 years and then breaking up all the time. And my dumbass decides, because she was very insecure. So she used to accuse me of jealous. She would accuse me of cheating and stuff like that. And I just felt like because she knew my past and she knew I had a lot of girls, that's why she was paranoid. So my dumbass decides, you know what? I care about this girl. I love her. I'm going to show her that I'm serious. So I proposed to her. Right? Which was a huge mistake.
How long ago did you propose to her in? How long did it take you to propose? No, how long were we out together?
2 years. We were together 2 years.
Okay, 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 years, yeah. So I proposed to her. She said yes. So this is where the story takes a turn. About 2 months later, she comes over my house and she's like, you know what? I need some space. I don't know if I can do this. I was married before. I'm not saying that this is not going to happen, but right now I don't think I can do this. I'm not ready, and I need time to clear my head, and I need time to think. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So she gave me back the ring, and then at least she gave me back the ring. That was nice of her. And so then she said, I'm going to Costa Rica in a couple days. I got to clear my head. My homegirl has an apartment out there or whatever. I'm going to go meet up with her, right? Now, I'm going to tell you what happens later on. Though everything comes full circle. And there's a higher power, and he works in mysterious ways. And I'll tell you what happens later on. So she goes to Costa Rica. We break up, whatever, but she's still calling me. She's still hitting me up. She's still coming by my house every now and again. I'm still sleeping with her. She's still telling me she loves me. Blah, blah, blah. This goes on for months and months. At the same time, I'm still dealing, I'm messing around with other girls. But in my mind, I'm like, okay, we're going to get back together, and then that's going to be the end of it, So, long story short, I'm on Instagram one day, and I see some guy commented on one of my acquaintances, a kid that I graduated the police academy with. He comments on one of his pictures, and it was like Danny something. And he said, I know this pizzeria, blah, 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 blah. And I'm thinking to myself, I think that's Danny from the academy. I think I know him too. So I click on the guy, and again, the higher power, the Lord, he works in mysterious ways. I click on the kid's profile, and it was public, because I was going to follow him because I thought I knew him. When I click on the guy's profile, what do I see? I see my ex as his first picture. They're together, hugged up, my baby, the love of my life, blah, blah, blah. And his profile, it says Danny and Jasmine. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I start scrolling backwards. I see all these pictures together. And what do I come across? A picture in Costa Rica. Them two together. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Turns out that was her personal trainer. She was going to the gym all the time. And I never bothered to go to the gym with her, because we had like opposite work schedules and stuff. And I went to a different gym. So that was her personal trainer. So mind you, this whole time, she hasn't told me anything about that she has somebody else, nothing. I don't know anything about this. She's still coming coming over my house. She still telling me she loves me, blah, blah, blah. So I hit her up, and she still had keys to my apartment too, because I never took the keys back. Because I was still a simp, because I still had hope that we were gonna work that situation out.
Mm-hmm.
So I hit her up. I said, I want my keys tonight. It took her 8 hours to get back to me. Whenever I used to text that girl, she used to text me back right away, immediately. It took her 8 hours. I still remember this. And she writes, is everything okay? I said, I want my keys tonight. So she meets up with me, and I just went off on her. Now, what does she do in typical woman fashion? She spins it on me. She says, oh, like, I didn't lie about anything, and, for all I know, you had that ring from a prior relationship. You probably were engaged to somebody else. You had that ring lying around your house.
Right.
You were fucking God knows how many bitches. Oh, yeah, it's a typical woman who can't admit what they did and that they're wrong.
Right.
And here's the kicker. We get into the argument. I cut her off. She keeps hitting me up like, oh, I miss you, blah, 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 blah. Months later, she calls me up that she wants to get back together. She doesn't want to be with this guy. And I'm like, look, you did what you did, and that's it. It's done. Like, you made your bed. You got to sleep. You got to sleep in it.
Right.
I'm done with you. A month later, she calls me up again, crying that she's pregnant. She's pregnant by him, okay, because I hadn't been with her in months and months and months. Here's the sad thing. When I got together with her, she told me, I'm not having any more children. I had one, I'm not doing it again. So you're going to have to, either agree to not have any children or we can't be together.
Right.
And I made the sacrifice. Not having any children, I made the sacrifice to say, you know what, I love this girl, I care about her. I'm not going to try to force her to have a kid. We won't have kids. What does she do? Breaks up with me, gets pregnant, and then I tell her, look, I'm done with you. Leave me the hell alone. Good luck to you. She has a shotgun wedding. She married the guy. And had a baby with him. And that's when I went full red pill.
Man, that's some tough news, man. But think about it, man. And the reason why we had these calls and these stories, I don't just do it for you, the 474, give or take a few thoughts and trolls in here. I do it for myself too, to keep me grounded. I like to hear from different men. Mike from Bensonhurst, you Puerto Rican, you live in New York. We've heard guys from all over the globe, all over the states. I like to hear from so many men so I can say, you know what? No matter where I go, these bitches are fucked up as it is.
That's a fact.
So there's some it almost leaves you speechless because you're sitting there like, fuck, man. What? It's like, what's next for us, men? Only thing we can do. Listen, I'm gonna slang dick to Jesus Christ come back, and hope I get into heaven and he understands me. That's and be the best dad I can be. That's it, man. Because honestly, me, I got 2 daughters. I don't even need to procreate. So only thing I'm out here doing is just enjoying life, and slanging dick. That's the only thing. So a lot of men. That's the thing too. They want kids. They want to procreate. They want, that's understandable. Every man does. That's, but these women, man, it was a study. 30% of men are paying child support for children that aren't even theirs biologically.
Wow.
That 30%, guys. That's how women are fucking around. Crazy, guys.
I believe that. I believe that 100%. That's how sick and demented these girls are, And I think if you get a girl pregnant, the paternity test should be mandatory. It should just be mandatory.
Man, I don't give no fuck about it. I agree. Shout out to Vega for contributing again up there. I missed you, brother. And as men, we 467 of us in here. I love all you, man. Give or take a few e-thoughts and whatnot. But man, we all going through the same shit, man. These women, yep. and what's hard about what we going through is because us men are really good, solid individuals. We're just we're good, potential good fathers. We've whatever point of y'all life here, whatever how much money you make or whatever, we've gotten to a point in our life, majority of us, that we can take care of ourselves, and we got things going on for ourselves. We're healthy. a lot of us in the gym, we got things going, and a lot of men want those. We're gonna get rid of you. I thought Bugatti Wayne, we watching you. We want just men just want some companionship. Fuck, and we don't even ask women to do much, but even having a woman around, it's just like, man, it's like I'm in a straitjacket. I'm in a mental institution.
It is crazy too, because you look at my situation, and even after she had that baby, she still tried to come back. She'll still hit me up from time to time, and it's like they do this stupid shit, and then they try to come back, and then they don't think they did anything wrong. It's like, oh well, I mean, this happened, but it happened because of you. It's because of the way you were acting. They realize, because they're so fucking emotional, they act out of emotion. And the thing was, I'm pretty sure that guy, when she was going to the gym, that guy was like kissing her ass, telling her how beautiful she was, and just simping, and they're constantly looking for that entertainment and that attention and that new energy, And she did that to get that high again, right? That new high, and then it blew up in her face, and she realized she didn't want that guy, and then it was too late.
Yep.
Now you want to come back.
Because
it's too late.
And the reason why it's two things. One, they want adventure, they want the exciting, crazy guy. And two, like what she does with you, like what women done with me, they think that, okay, Mike from Benson Nurse is a good guy, Darius is a good guy, so I can double back and go back and act like nothing happened. It's like,
right.
How's that even fair? Do you women think about and think about it? They don't even come back and say sorry. They come back and like they just pick up from where they left off. Like, hey, I'm like, didn't you remember you? Did you not remember?
Yeah.
So as a man, Mike, what only thing we can do is enjoy life, live life on our terms. And if you want a relationship, man,
good luck, man.
Good luck
not
with
today.
That shit.
Not in 2019, man. Not in this new age, this new feminist age and social media age. I don't trust any of these hoes at all. Like I said, like when I called in a few days ago, last week, whenever it was, I said I've been on the other side too. I've been the side guy, and I've seen that, and it's sick, man. Listen, I've been in a girl's apartment or in the car with her when she's on the phone with her boyfriend, and she's telling him, oh, yeah, I'm going to sleep. I'm really tired. I love you. All right, have a good night. I'll call you tomorrow. Hangs up, and then she's giving me head.
Man, I've been on both sides too. And it's like, and I still think like, man, this shit bogus. But it's like, man, okay, I want my dick, so I want to fuck. But it's like, I should think like, man, it's over, man. Just as men, what can you eat? What can you do? Only thing we can do is I have no other only option I have is you either go monk, you go your own way, or you pump and dump and always use protection and get a vasectomy and
right.
Because the fact of the matter is, one, a woman is not a good long-term investment anyway. So that off the bat it's already off the board. But the games and the drama and the extra bullshit a woman will put you through in life. Man, it feel like I'm 30 years old. It feel like I'm 50, guys.
Yeah.
Literally. Like I walk around, I'm like, damn. And it's not because I'm an athlete. I'm talking about mentally, not physically. I'm not even mentally. It feels like I'm 50, guys.
It's fucked up, man. It's just they don't bring anything but just drama and just headaches. At the end of the day, like that's why I keep them at arm's length. I have fun with these girls, and I go out with girls, but like I tell my friends, I always do something that I want to do.
Right.
Like I never do something for them. If it's a movie, it's a movie I want to see. If it's an artist performing, it's an artist that I want to see. If you're gonna spend any sort of money, which I don't really recommend, but I'm just saying if you're gonna do that, if you're gonna go that route, make sure it's something that you want to do. And you always keep them at arm's length, and because if you let them get too close to you, man, you're asking for today in this day and age, you're asking for a lot of problems.
Yes. Any other wise words you got for us, Mike? Man, I can have you on all night. No
Yeah,
homo.
so we could go back and forth on that. I got stories, but that's pretty much it for tonight. You know, I'll call in again, of course, and I got plenty of more stories.
Yes, sir, man. Appreciate you for calling, dude.
All right, brother, be good.
Shout out to Mr. Vega. He throwing 25 shekel bombs all through the live stream. Guys, thank you, brother Vega, for supporting. And he's a patron as well. He's a pillar in here. He puts in work. He really genuinely supports me. One of the backbones of this whole movement, this ideology. I appreciate you, Mr. Vega. Also, Jake, man, Darius, love you, man. Great live stream. I do this for you guys because I want you guys to wake up. That's all. I love being a male. It's fun. Yes, it's challenging. The burden of performance, etc., etc. But I would not have any other way. I don't want to. Yeah, of course, it'd be easy for me to show my titties off if I was a female and show my ass and get a whole bunch of money and resources and a man to take care of me. I don't want it that way. I like to grind. I like to get out there and make things happen because that adversity and all that other stuff, it builds character and everything. So I love being a man, and man, it's fun. It's a lot of bullshit, a lot, but I wouldn't have it any other fucking way. Go ahead, talk to us. Where you from?
Hey, what's good, Darius, man? It's Morpheus Midtown, man.
Oh, what's going on, Morpheus? Talk to us, man. You've been dropping bombs all through the live stream and contributing. What's going on?
Yeah, man. I'm just sitting there thinking Mike's story, man. You know, the shit that these women do, man, it's just amazing, man. Like, I can relate to a lot of that, you know. And it's just sad trying to find a relationship, man. Trying to build something with these women, it's not even worth it, man.
Yeah, man. It's man. Well, it's like we get to a point in life. It's like, what the fuck what can we do? Like it's his thing. Mike is Puerto Rican, you're black. I take it. I mean, so many different men. It's not like my black ass is dealing with it all. It's so many different men from all parts of the globe who have the same sort of situations we have. So I'm like, I'm not crazy. It's like the women that were dealt with, we dealt with trash. How we gonna freaking deal with this shit, man? Only thing we can do is, if you want to fuck, okay, cool, and keep your distance and make sure you don't get emotionally attached, because these women, they are right.
Man, they cutthroat, man.
Yeah, man.
They cutthroat and they don't give a damn, man. That's why I say protect yourselves, man. Keep them from a distance, man. Don't never let them in. Yeah, man, I just had to call and let you know that, man, because I'm just sitting there just shaking my damn head, man.
And that's all. That's the only thing you can do. Only thing we do. I'm sitting there like, man. And what thing about it as a me hosting this whole thing and just being my channel. I mean, it's hard for me to just take these calls, because a lot of times I take calls like that, and then it's so overwhelming. I get off here, I get off the live stream, I sit for about 20 minutes in my chair, like, man, this is some shit, man.
Yeah,
seriously.
Man, I do the same shit, man. I just sit here and just, man, I just think about all the bullshit I went through dealing with these women, man. It just really makes you think, like, man, we just wasted our time in the past, man, just trying to build something with these females, and they don't want that. Nope. We can't build with these women anymore.
Can't build with, man. They down. They gone. You can't.
Man.
They drunk the feminist Kool-Aid. It's not. And on top of it, here's the thing: we're getting damaged goods. Me personally, and I tweeted this on Twitter. I don't want to court a woman who's been ran through. If I was going to date and court a woman, it would be a virgin or at the most one guy she's had. Like, I don't want to court a bitch that's been with 10 guys.
That's valuable, man.
Yeah.
These other women been ran through by Kookie, Ray, John, Walmart, Tavius, man, you know.
Oh, yeah, man. They've been, only thing you can do, man, you shake your head and you say, man, I'm enjoying my life while I can. And if you want some companionship, okay, cool. She have her own place. We fuck, but I ain't getting attached to you because I always tell us the guys, Morpheus. when like let's say
That's a business, man.
let,
You
let's
got to.
let's say a guy meets. Let's say guys, you go out tomorrow. A lot of y'all going out
Yep.
tomorrow. 449. You go out tomorrow. You have some drinks with some buddies. You go to a lounge. You pool. You go wherever. Right. You might go to a concert wherever. And you meet a woman. Right. Tomorrow, a lot of y'all gonna meet a woman tomorrow, Friday or Saturday this weekend. She gonna knock you off your hit your shoes. She gonna just be on you and tell you how handsome and good looking you are. She gonna touch your chest. She gonna tell you all these good things, and you gonna be like, man, I feel like the word, man. You gonna feel like
She
you.
gonna butter your ass up real good.
She
man.
gonna butter you up, and guess what she gonna do? And after
Your
that,
fucking memory.
she gonna be out of your memory. Cause you gotta understand.
Yep.
Do you guys think that if she's been with way more guys before you, do you think somehow you're just the guy that she's gotta stop all of a sudden? Like you're just gotta be okay. You found your soulmate, you found your woman, and boom, she gonna get rid of you and go deal with other guys. So it's never going to last, guys. No relationship
Think
is
about this. Think about this, man. God built the paradise, man, and he couldn't even please a woman. The average man don't have a fucking chance.
I heard that before. My father used to tell us that, man. God, the good Lord built a paradise. He couldn't please women. So if you guys on earth, you got to make about 75, 80,000 a year.
You ain't got the fucking chance in the world, man. You can't hang with that.
You can't please these bitches, man. You, as a man,
Think
you
about Jeff Bezos, man.
Jeff Bezos was a millionaire. Or excuse me, a billionaire. Excuse me.
Billionaire.
All these like owners and rich guys and athletes, man, they can't please these women, man.
Hell no, man. No, none of the money in the world can do that, man. They're still gonna take your shit. And they gonna leave. Find the next best thing, man.
Man, there's some shit we got going on here, man. And the thing about it is,
man,
what makes it
I was just listening to Mike's story, man. I'm just like, damn, man.
what makes it so tough is like, okay, what makes it tough, because all us men are logical in here, so we try to look for solutions, but
Of course.
with the woman, like, there's no solution. You like, okay, you think if you do X, Y, and Z, like, okay, guys, here's the thing. I can see, because again, I told you I'm all about solutions and progressing. So I can see if I had this going on, this going on, this going on, all A through Z. Now I'm qualified to have a woman or long-term companion. That don't even work like that with women. You can have,
Hey, man, we try to solve problems. They just create the problem.
man, that's it. You try to we solve problems, women create the problems, and as a man, either you can fix those problems and kill yourself in the process, or you can enjoy your life while you can until you die. That's it. You know?
Yeah, man, but I appreciate you taking my call, bro. I'm still stay tuned in, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Morpheus, for contributing as well. I appreciate you.
No problem, bro.
It's like you got to be an alpha or MGTOW with women. Shout out to Vega. Who the fuck is this peace guy? They've been complaining about you for a while in here. I finally caught you. Get your ass out of here. This is a great statement. Women create problems, men solve them. Man, guys, but there's a light at the end of the tunnel, my brothers. At least we know about what's going on. At least. Any other callers? We done had Mike from Bensonhurst. We done have Morpheus MGTOW. We got some heavy hitters in here with operable phones that we can hear their voice. Not none of this freaking like you talking like you under a fucking blanket. I'm gonna check out the highlights of NBA. That ain't important right now. I'll check that shit out afterwards. Where's Omega at? Omega, where are you at? I don't even know. We got so many guys in here. I don't even know. Where's Omega? Omega, can you comment real quick? Oh, is it the Omega? Oh, the number. Here you go, guys. Shout out to Morpheus MGTOW. I appreciate you, man. All you men in here who support me. Guys, if you haven't became a patron, we need more of your support, my brothers. Check out the tiers. Love you guys as well. Become a patron. 2 shekels, 3 shekels, 5 shekels. Put 5 on it. If you want to see other content that I cannot put on YouTube, uncut raw wisdom. I'm also be dropping another video on the Patreon, more so to help you men become a patron. We need more of you to support. Hey, just think about it. You're gonna go out tomorrow and give a woman your hard-earned money. You're gonna buy a few drinks, a few cocktails, a few shots, some tequila, and oh, there he is, the Omega. Found you. And what you won't get, you're going to get is rejection, a stiff arm. You won't get anything from it. You'll be sitting there hurting, as my father used to say, hurting for certain. Yes, it is, brother.
Hello?
Yes, this is me, man. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm live?
Yes, you are.
Oh, man, I just want to say this, bro. I got like one little story I want to tell you, man.
Go ahead. Talk loud for us, man, because you kind of breaking up in the back.
Okay. I was with this chick one time, bro. We was together for like 3-4 years, right? So one day we at the house chilling. We her mom. Her mom homegirl come through. And I'm up in there cooking and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Just doing something nice, you know what I'm saying? Because I was raised by a woman. My father was locked up, half my life. So, I was taught by a woman. I was taught how to be a gentleman and taught how to be a savage at the same time by a woman. But anyway, I'm cooking and then the mom's friend come in. She say, "Oh, girl, your boyfriend up in here cooking? Oh, you got him trained." So I look. I say, "Trained?" I say, "You better correct this bitch. Ain't no nigga trained over here."
Right. Was she black? Was she black?
Huh?
Was she black?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, that's typical.
So she say he trained. So I looked at her like, "Trained? What the fuck?" I say, "Bitch, you better correct this bitch. Ain't no nigga trained over here." So she say, "Oh, young man, you don't have to talk to me like that." I say, "Look here, I might be the only man up in here, but you ain't about to come at me like I'm some little boy or something like this." And what I'm trying to say is, bro, this is the woman's ultimate plan to try to have us trained. And I can't go for that shit, bro.
Nope.
I'm new to the MGTOW, bro. I've been watching your videos for a little minute now, but I think I kind of been MGTOW on the low, but I didn't know until I just really started looking at the videos and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand, bro. Like these females don't give a fuck about them, but they goddamn self.
That's it. They savage, man. That's why, in the black community, they got this, the phrase "secure bag, sis," or, man, guys. That's why I tell y'all, man, only focus on and help other men, but don't help women, because women will never. They don't even know how to help men because a woman's goal is to secure resources from a man, get as much attention she can from a man, reject as many men she can in her life. I mean, her whole goal is to humiliate men and take from them. That's her whole goal. That's what she thinks about. She doesn't think about lending a helping hand to a man. She doesn't care about assisting him or being there through him with thick and thin or when times get tough. She cares about the now. What are you doing for her right now?
Right. Yeah, man. That's all these Ross think about is themselves. You know, and I could go. We can talk about stories for days, bro. Like literally for days. But I realized a long time ago, man, these females don't give a fuck about you. And I done dealt with chicks with a family, a whole family. Babies, husbands, I'm fucking them. They want to leave their motherfucking husband. Bitches that stayed in a hotel with me for a couple of days. Not even call their husband, not even check on their kids. I'm like, get those. At the time, I'm thinking, oh, this clear. But as I think about it, bro, I'm like, it's some savage ass shit, bitch. You really ain't gonna check on your kid and your husband?
That's how these bitches are, man. That's some. The only thing you can't do as a man, you look at it like, because I mean I've slept with one married woman in my life, and I felt so like that when I busted, it was like fuck. It was like I had this thing in mind, like man, this some fucked up shit. No, I slept with multiple married women, but a married woman that was actually like in her marriage with the guy. There's been married women that was married legally, but that was on the outs with the guy. But these women, man, just the disloyal fuckery that you hear and see, like every woman is cheating, every woman is fucking around, every woman doing a man dirty, and it's like they wonder how can they want us to court them, and how the fuck we gonna court you? Like y'all are insane out here, man. To get involved emotionally with a woman, you are a fucking retard. You have to be mentally ill.
Right.
Because if you're not, she gonna turn you mentally ill.
Oh man, that's the fucking truth, and I done been through that type of shit. Damn that I never put my hands on a woman, but some of these women I done dealt with, bro, I damn near for the break their fucking neck, but I'm like, you know what? I ain't gonna do it. The best way to get back at you is to move around, remove myself from the situation. Because you can fuck your whole life. I've seen dudes fuck up their whole life. Dudes with six-figure jobs put their hand on a woman one time, or even not even that. A woman that just accused him of abuse, and he loses his job, loses his family, lose everything. I done seen this shit before, bro. I done seen that shit.
Mm-hmm. That's how it is,
and it
man.
be fucked up.
That's how it is.
But you know what? I'm glad, even though my pops was locked up half my life, bro, I learned a whole lot of shit from him and my mom. Like, my mama, my mama straight savage, bro. And then I love her, don't get me wrong. My mama always told me this, bro. If you stay with a woman or a woman stay with you, you better not ever pay all the motherfucking bills. That bitch better pay half.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just then, if I moved in with a woman, she moved in with me. Bitch, I'm not paying all the shit. And one more thing, bro, before I go. I've been saying, hello?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
I've been saying this shit since I was a youngin', bro. Like, when you first get with a chick, bro, a chick is looking at your physical appearance. How fly you is, how well dressed you is. Maybe even what type of car you is. And even, you could be real clear. So I didn't get it before. Just be real clear. I ain't even got a car. I'm still fucking bad.
Hold on 1 second, brother. 1 second. Some guy named Quayne Beto. We already fucking know that. Why the fuck you in here trying to give us advice? Did you not see my videos? Telling us what to do. We already I just created a video. We got about 17,000 views 2 days ago. Go fucking look at it. Go ahead, keep going, man.
A female, you know, we already know what they're looking at. And females do shit like this. You gonna first get in a relationship, y'all gonna be fucking all the motherfucking time. All day, all fucking night. As soon as you get in a relationship, a bitch try that pussy punishment shit.
Yep.
Like, what kind of shit is that? Like
To
that,
control you.
that pisses me off. So that's why I went mid-car, bro. Pump and dump.
This is the best way to go. You keep your money, you keep your sanity, and keep your peace of mind. Thanks for calling, brother. I appreciate you, man.
All right, yeah, y'all have a good one, man. I'll wait for texts.
Yes, sir. Wow. As a man, what can we do? Where the fuck is that guy at? I don't know where the fuck he at. Coming here talking about some other shit. Go ahead, talk to me. Where you from, man?
There's,
Yes.
how you doing, brother?
Great.
Hey, I know this female from junior high school back in the days. We ain't never talked or nothing. Anyway, I seen her a few years ago. I was getting my stuff out of the car. She was like, "Don't I know you?" So I went up to her and she looked real different. You know, back in junior high, she had like, you know how some people got like their skin's like real white on their hand or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, she had that, but it cleared up real good, you know? So I really didn't know who she was until she told me her name. So anyway, you know, we started talking or whatever, and, you know, I used to take her out or whatever. I know what you say about taking out, but this was like a couple of years ago. Anyway, you know, when I took her out to eat or whatever, took her to the movies a couple of times, and you know, I ain't gonna lie, I had a female stand with me, so I didn't really pursue it like that, you see what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
But as I grew as we used to talk like every single day, bro, every day, she'll call me or I'll call her. So, you know, it's like naturally, you like get a, you know, you grow closer to her. My feelings kind of grew closer to her, you see what I'm saying?
Right. We're all human. Correct.
So, anyway, you know, like I say, we'll go out or whatever we can and this and that. And, you know, so I really didn't pursue it, but now it's like, shit, you know, I'm ready, you know, I want to get this, you know, this pussy or whatever. So, you know, we're hollering this and that, and I done spent money, gave her money, bought her Bluetooth, just different things, man. So I just, you know, so it's like she was saying she was gonna get up this and that, but I seen the flakiness that she was doing, so I kind of drew back from her. She'll call and ain't really answer, so I said, well, let me just call and, you know, tell her. So she called one day. I was like, I told her, you know, I was basically just trying to backing up for her. You know, I say, you know, you saying this and that, and you know, you playing these games. She gonna tell me. She say, to be honest with you, she didn't feel me sexually. But now check this out. Now when we used to when we go out or whatever, you know, even if we just see each other, whatever, we would kiss, tongue kiss, not a kiss on the cheek. We would tongue kiss. But you don't feel me sexually? So she called like New Year's, you know, and I ain't answered. Well, she called from a different work number. She like, hey Rodney, I didn't want nothing. I was just wishing you a happy New Year, this and that, blah blah blah. So she called again. I answered. We talked or whatever. You know, I ain't tell about. You know, we talked or whatever. So then she called back. She said, she said she was gonna be moving, getting another place because her landlord set in place and this and that. But I think what it is,
she on that Section 8. I think she's gonna be maybe getting moved from Section 8.
Right,
She
evicted.
was trying to find another place or whatever, right?
Uh-huh.
So the last time we talked, she said, asked me if I wanted to move to Atlanta with it. I'm like, huh? Move to Atlanta? I thought we were gonna be roommates. She was like, roommate? She was like, nah. She's like, you gonna be paying half the bills. You her roommate. What you mean roommates? I'm like, what? So she called about a week ago. I didn't even answer the phone. So what you think about that? You think do you think see this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, you know, she know how I treated her and this and that, and you know, she know I work or whatever, so
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. So to sum this up, to not stretch it out, what's going on is she thinks you're a simp, a loser. She thinks you're easy. You're easy. I'm not saying you are, but you most likely gave off the energy that a lot of times it comes off. It's about our energy that we we give off. That's why I don't like give off of a provider energy or a good man energy, because I don't want a woman to perceive me as me being a provider. If you might not be that guy, you might not be beta, but when you give that off, she'll think you're a simp. But when she said you moved for her to Atlanta, did she say that was it going to be your place under your lease or her name?
no. She was saying like I guess she was saying like both of us. I guess she was saying like both of us gonna be on the lease or whatever, you know. But you know, like you say, she know I work or whatever. So, and she's a CNA, so she, you know, she can't. I know she can't afford it by herself. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And then she got a car last year. So.
Well, the thing about it is, she sees you as a provider and somebody she can latch on to, and you know, so she can live the lifestyle or have a place that she wants as well. Soon she gonna when she get on her feet or when she get more money or whatever, she most likely will get rid of you. But she just wants you as a provider. She don't really give a fuck about, and you haven't fucked her yet either.
Never.
See, that's what she sees you. She sees you as a provider. That's what they do to beta males. Simple as that. Now you might not be one, but you most likely gave that energy off and whatnot. So listen, brother, I appreciate you for calling. Do not move in with this bitch. If she texts you, if she calls you again, tell her, listen, I need my dick sucked. You down. If she ain't down, you get rid of her. Simple as that. Simple. I'm being honest.
Okay, definitely.
I'm being honest. Like, say, hey, look, I'm trying to get my dick sucked. What's going on? Like, really text her that. If she ain't with it, then you get rid of her.
Okay.
All right, brother. Appreciate you for calling, man.
Appreciate you.
Moving in and no. A lot of guys, when you guys call, you can alleviate your problems. If you listen to my videos, my 6 to 7 minute videos that I drop twice a week, they're here for you so you can, your problems will be alleviated. But a lot of you guys don't take that into account, and you just like, well, I don't believe him. Good. Like, no, I'm telling you so you can avoid all the fuckery. Like seriously, tell her, hey, I want my dick sucked. What's gonna happen? She gonna not talk to you? Okay, that's what I'm glad, because you're not gonna play any games. Ask her, look, do you like seriously? Ask woman, do you swallow, or do you have a gag reflex? I'm just straight. I don't care. What you gonna say? No, oh, that's nasty. Please, you done suck so many loads in your life. You just don't want to do that shit with me, and you try to turn me into a provider or a beta, but I'm not that guy. You got to be just direct with. Seriously, you have to be. If you're not, she's gonna fuck you over. Too many simps go on date 3 with no play. Man, I get played, man, before I go on a date. Matter of fact, I don't even go on dates. What the fuck? I don't go on no fucking dates, man. Get out of there with that shit. I don't even want to invest no, because how guys get caught up in the bullshit and they get hurt and they get, because you guys invest. Like when you text a woman a lot, when you take her out, that's investing. So even if you get the pussy and she leaves, you like, damn, what the fuck is going on? Do not give a woman anything. Attention and currency. Attention is like currency. Do not give her anything. Dates is ramen noodles and a cup of water. Listen, that's too much. And the water better be out of the fucking faucet. You ain't getting no bottled water, none of this, none of that bullshit. Oh man, I just laugh at this shit, man. How we progressed. I hope you guys, if you guys haven't progressed or learned anything from my live streams, I'm serious. Out of the faucet, guys, it's story time. We got a quick story time. Yeah, it's goofy, but when you ain't doing it and you getting your ass milked for all you got, you'll see how goofy you are. Exactly. You got to eat before you meet me. Or if anything, okay, I'll cook a little cheap ass meal, man. That's it. I done got the shit so down packed. If she want to go out to eat, make her go half. Exactly. Great February. If she want to go out to eat, now I'm not opposed to that. I say, hey, okay, you want to go out to eat? Okay, listen, let's split the check. Okay, cool. I don't mind paying for myself, but I ain't paying for you. We eat, and that's it. And I'm picking the place. All right, he said story time about to be lit. Y'all know how it is. What's up with it? Which I got tons of stories. Jesus Christ. Thank you for contributing, Great February. Just became a patron, making my own content. You to go. Shout out to Monk Psychology. Excuse me. Thank you for becoming a patron, Monk Psychology. I already said that shit. We need a topic. Make like anything. What's the topic? Let's go. She's not a lawnmower. What the fuck y'all talking about? All right, come on. It's topic time. Let's go, man. This is a little overtime. Buffet. High school. Fuck. I already told you my first little thought. I'm looking at the foot fetish. No, a woman simp to you. Oh, I had this woman, man. And this is how I'll tell you. The SMV really comes into play. All right, this is years ago. This woman I was on Twitter. She hit me up on Twitter, right? Guys, I swear to God, this gonna blow y'all mind. Some of y'all might like, where's she at, bro? Where's she at? Hold on. It's gonna blow y'all mind. Now, this woman, I was on Twitter, right? And she found my tweets. This was like, well, my daughter's was like 2 years, like 2.5, 3 years, 2 years old, 2.5 years old. And this female, right? She said, "Hey, you're handsome, you cute, and all this shit." Yeah, she was a white chick, and she lived in New York. All right, and she was like third. She hit the wall, From a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give her ass she was a 6. Not gonna front. She was a 6. She hit the wall, but she owned 2 master's degrees. She had 2 master's degrees, and she had a lot of bread. This is a simp story for her. She was like average chick. She wasn't a pog. She had no ass like that. But what she did have is some top notch some top notch head. Oh my man. I'm gonna tell you what about this shit, man. God damn, dude. So she was a 6 out of 10. I'm gonna front. But what made up for it was the bread, the simping that she was doing. And that's why I know this is why I start to see like notice SMV. If you in her eyes, all about the woman, if she sees that you have a much higher SMV than her, she will simp. Which means she will break a lot of bread on you. A lot. And when I say a lot, guys, this bitch broke, but it was nothing to her. It was nothing to her. Nothing. She was a beta female. Because again, she saw that my SMB was extremely high. And another thing about it, she loved my daughters and everything, and all that shit. SMB is sexual market value, like your looks, height, and all that mumbo jumbo. So yeah, she was a legit beta female. So I lived in Chicago. She lived in New York, and she was like, we exchanged numbers on Twitter. She was blowing, but she said how attractive I was, all that. We exchanged pictures. I was like, whatever, man. And she was like, can I come see you? And I'm like, okay. I'm like, when you gonna come see me? She's like, I can come tomorrow. I was like, you playing around? No, she wasn't a landlord. She just wasn't. She wasn't overweight. She was just average chick. That's one thing she was. She wasn't a pog. She was an average chick. She was a cheerleader in high school. And I'm gonna get to all that shit, guys. It's gonna blow your mind. So what it is was this female. She said, I can come see you tomorrow. And I said, okay, cool. This bitch drove from New York all the way to Chicago one way. That's 400 miles. A little over 400 miles. It's about 14, like 13, 14 hours. 12, 14 hours. And this is why I tell y'all, these bitches be, guys, I swear to God, guys are with us. That's like 12 hours. 400 miles one way, 400 miles back. So then we had this thing going on for about a year, right? And she came over around Christmas time. I mean, she took the blue pill hard. But again, and I tell you guys, when you have higher SMV than a woman, when she thinks that you look really good, much better than her, what she'll do is try to compensate and purchase things for you and do all this shit like that. So the next day, I said, all right, drive, we was joking. I said, drive, here and, suck my dick and all that shit. I was like, give me some good top and all that. And she was like, all right, I'm gonna suck you clean. And she told me, she was like, that guy she had gave head to, she was telling me how all her head excursions, guys, like all her blowjob excursions, all her shit that she used to do, right? And she was like, yeah, I used to suck the whole basketball team off after basketball games. She said she used to suck the wrestling team off. And I'm just like, wow, I'm just laughing like, that's crazy. So, and it was just like, wow. She was just like, and I said, so, and I was, talking, I'm like, so why do you like giving head so much? She's like, I don't know, I just enjoy it. Something about it, I just don't know. And I'm like, okay, and she just, it was like you know how some people have a foot fetish? She just had like a blowjob head fetish, right? And I'm like, okay. So then she's like, yeah, and when I see you, I'm gonna suck your soul out, X, Y, Z. And I'm like, all right, man. So this bitch actually drove. She said, I'm 30 minutes away. 30 minutes away? And she gave me the GPS thing. She screenshotted it and sent it to me. I said, this bitch is here. I said, hold on, I gotta wash my nuts. I said, let me wash my nuts. Let me, hop in the shower real quick. Because I had just came from the gym. And then I said, and I texted, I'm like, let me, no homo. I said, let me hop in the shower real quick. I gotta, wash my dick and my crotch. She was like, oh, you don't need to do that. You don't need to do Hey, man. Oh shit! She said you don't need to do that. I swear to God, God's my witness. I ain't gonna say the bitch name. Bitch could be watching or some shit. So she was like, said you don't need to do that. I said, all right. This bitch came in because my daughter was asleep at the time. This bitch blew my mind. This bitch blew my mind. I'm talking. It was so I ain't bust so quick. I never had bust so quick ever with a chick. So then she was like want me to keep going? And then so she said she stayed at my crib for 2 days, and she said, okay, I gotta go back to work. She said I can come back next week. And she drove back, and then she started sending me, she was like, do your daughters like, clothes and all that shit? I was like, yeah. She was like, okay, I'm gonna buy them this. She was just simping hard, guys. And then she started, she was like, do you, what she asked me? She was like, you like video games? And she had bought me an Xbox One, I believe. I believe so. She had bought me Xbox One and some other shit. And because it was Christmas time. And then she was like, it's nuts, because she showed me how much she make. This bitch was making like $375,000 a year. $375,000 a year. Like, she just opened with her shit, and she was like, I'm in love with you, all this mumbo jumbo and shit. But the thing about it was, and this goes back to the nice, good guy, right? The nice guy, the good guy, the educated lame. This is gonna come back full circle. How do I say this? She wasn't all that. She was a legit 6 out of 10. I was like, I'm not even really attracted to you like that, I didn't tell her that shit. But she was just going above and beyond. I mean, she would drive to me like it was, she put miles in her car. Miles. I'm talking about with ease. Like, it was times where I was like, I remember I was at work, right? I had worked overnight. And then I was like, I'm like, come out here, come out. I was like in the morning, I was like, come out here, you know what I'm saying? Come give me, come suck my dick in the, in the parking lot in the backseat of my vehicle. This bitch will get the fuck up and drive from New York to Chicago. And I'm looking like, and give me some straight top and bring me food. It wasn't round 2, that was around fucking 1,000. When I like, it was because I had worked at 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and then she'll get there like at like I go on my lunch break at like 1 a.m. and then she'll give me some good ass top, and then I hurry back in on my on my lunch break and shit, and she brings me some food. And then after that, we go to my crib, and then we just hang out at XYZ, And she was doing that shit for a while, and then she started to pressure me. Like, it was like 7 months in, and she was like, listen, I'm not getting any younger. I remember she was like, I'm not getting any younger. She's like, I would like to move out there. Then I'm like, bitch, you ain't even all that. Then I was thinking like, man, the shit she doing is some dedicated shit, but she done hit the wall. And I'm like, fuck. Then I was like, all right, let me just get things together. And I was trying to put it off for so long. Then she started sending me like job applications. She was like, it's this place, at Mount Sinai Hospital. Mount Sinai is like a hospital in Chicago. It was like actually the hospital I was born at. She's like, it's this director spot at Mount Sinai Hospital and all that shit. And then I was like, oh, okay, you should apply there. And she's like, okay. And then she was like, yeah, I'm gonna get us a family car and all that mumbo jumbo. And I'm like, fuck. I'm like, if only Ralph 01. And that's a huge, and that's what I'm trying to get back to you guys about the good guy, educated guy. A lot of the times, in a woman's eyes, he's just not attractive enough, unfortunately. And with her, I didn't need the money or resources. No, I mean, I get my own money. I already had a job, so that was nothing. It was just she was just a 6 out of 10. And I was looking at it, there could be no improvement. I mean, there could be no improvement. And I'm like, fuck. And I was like, and I never told her. And I think she knew. I think she probably knew. It's hard. Bitches ain't dumb. I'm like, if only fuck, this bitch was a fucking 8. Matter of fact, give me a 7.5. God damn. Because this bitch, and the thing about it is, educated women, they try to overcompensate with the spending. Like, I never had a bitch break. She had the whole type of shit. Like, sometimes she would come out, she was like, hey, let's go shopping. She was a 6 out of 10. Legit. It wasn't a 5. It was a 7. You know, I said, yeah, somebody was like adjustable 7. 7 is like, as long as she was a 7, like there could have been no improvement, you know? And I'm like, because here's the thing, guys. When a woman hits the wall, there's no improvement she can do. And this female was 35? She was 36. She was 36 or something like that. And did I feel bad? No. Because I'm going to tell you why I didn't feel bad. And we're going to get to why I didn't feel bad. And I told y'all, these bitches is not loyal. They're not loyal. So, how did I find? Oh, so we was on the same plan as far as iPhone and all that. So I could the mail was being sent to me too, and it was being sent to her, but she didn't know I went up to AT&T at the time. I was like, okay, you know, you can send the shit to me too, you know, because I had went to do something with my phone. It was like, would you like something to be, you know, the mail to be sent to you? I said, yeah, cool. So the mail was being sent to me, and I had looked at the, you know, just opened up the shit. And cause I was thinking like, you know, I'll probably get more look, I said, you know what? She's a good woman. I ain't gonna find no woman like her. To be honest with you, I'm like, and I never will, to be honest with you. Tell you today right now. And I have no big deal about that. Because I'm not with a woman for resources or what she can do for me. But I looked at the bill, and I kept seeing this number pop up. And I kept seeing the number. And I'm like, then I looked at the text message, because AT&T back then, you can get the text thread. I don't know how it is now. I got Sprint. And I can see her text thread to this guy, and she's like, you so sexy. I can't wait to see you. I love how you make me smile. All this shit. And I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? And I'm thinking like, you know what? I could just ignore it and just, you know, keep getting the blowjobs and the benefits. And and I'm like, but then I started to kind of like it, because it was like a year. And I'm like, and then she started getting kind of finicky, as they say on the West Coast. She started to get kind of flaky and everything. And I'm like, this is weird. So I get a guy a call. I said, let me just call this guy just for the fuck up, you know, because my daughters knew her, and all that shit, and my daughters used to her. My daughter was like 3 years old at the time. So I pick up, I call the guy, and he's like, hello. I'm like, you know, so and so. I ain't gonna say the bitch name. And he was like, yeah, man, that's my girl. I was like, how long y'all been together? He's like, yeah, we've been together for a couple of years, man. I'm like, where you live? He live in you know, this town, this in Illinois, or not Illinois, in New York. So I'm like, and I'm thinking like, why would she drive out here? Like, what's the? And I was like, and I was telling him like, yo, you know this chick, you know, drive out here, suck my dick, fuck me. He was like, what? He's like, yeah, we've been together for like 2.5 years, man. We are engaged. I'm like, engaged? I'm like, why? And I'm thinking in my head, like, why would she do this? And listen, there was no skin off my bones. I didn't give a fuck, because I wasn't doing no driving or breaking bread anyway. So it wasn't Vega. It didn't matter to me, Vegito Black. So I was like, yo, this chick been coming out here, you know. And then he told me like, oh, so that's why all the miles on there. Then we started just talking amongst each other back and forth. And I did it more so for him, because they live next, you know, in New York, close to each other. And he was like, yeah, man, that's why all the miles going. I didn't know, you know, what was going on. I'm like, man, and I was talking to him, and then she texted me. Then she was like, "Why did you call him?" Like it seemed like a demon switch. Like, shout out to Disco Raymond. She was like, "Why did you call him?" And I was like, I'm like, I just seen the thing. I'm like, it's kind of odd, those messages and everything. And she was just after that, she was like, she started to drift and everything, and she tried to hit me with the friend speech. I'm like, bitch, your SMV ain't even that high enough to be friends with you. I'm like, you mean sugar mom or something? So women will cheat, will drive. This bitch guy, you know how far New York is from Chicago? She did the driving for a full fucking year. Why? I don't know, because she was already with the guy, was engaged to a guy. She was together for 2.5 years. And I'm wondering, I always think back in my head, like occasionally, I'm like, why would this woman do this? Like, why would she invest in my daughters and just do things for me and come out here? Like, I was thinking, like, there's plenty of dick she can suck in New York. Why would she drive to Chicago? Why? And I always think in my head, why would this woman do this? And she already was engaged to a guy with a guy for 2.5 years. And to this day, I just couldn't figure it out. I just couldn't figure it out, man. She wanted a thrill. That's what it was. I mean, I understand. I mean, logically, I couldn't understand it, but now it's just like she wanted a thrill. Because there was no reason why she was doing. And I was wondering, like, and I was thinking, like, man, am my SMV at that high? She just wanted a thrill. She loved cheating. And you guys got to understand, when a woman needs this thrill to cheat, women love danger. Women love the excitement. So she would drive out. My brother's like it was nothing. Like, it was like up the street. Like, okay, like, let's say you're about to get off this live stream. And you say, all right, see you later, Pastor. And you go to get some McDonald's or some Wendy's or something real quick, and you come on back home, and this bitch, that's how the drive was to her. She never took a plane. Exactly. Disco Raymond, shout out thanks for contributing. She was chasing a high for a year. And I'm thinking, like, why was she even everything she was doing, it was so psychopathic. When I think about it, I'm like, this bitch was like screenshotting me jobs that she was going to apply for. And I'm like, I'm confused. I was like, and I was thinking, like, me, it wasn't no skin off my bones, because what did I do? I didn't do nothing. It was just the guy. It was just like, and I found out she did take medication for bipolar and anxiety too. I swear to God, man. And I didn't want to catch her up. I was just like, that was kind of, odd, man. No, it wasn't her man hitting it right. Because there was times, guys, it was like, I remember it was like a 3-time span when she drove up to me like 3 times. I didn't even fuck her at all. Like, she came out and sucked my dick a few times, like each get together, and then she drove home. So it wasn't even like a fuck a ton of thing. Like let's say the ratio was like, she sucked my dick 3 times, I fuck her once, type of thing. It was so weird, guys. Vega Disco, remember that shit was weird. That was the craziest simp story from a female that I've ever dealt with, man. I couldn't even believe it, man. As a man, you like, when you seeing that type of shit, like there was no logic in the shit that they do. And I was thinking, like, why would you do this, bitch? Not that I didn't care. And I was just trying to connect the dots, like, over the years. And there was no reason for her to just the thrill for her to cheat. Like, she could have, what state is next to New York? She drove through all types of states, bro. And sometimes she used to drive during the night, like, tired. Ohio. Like she drove through all that shit. I remember she used to tell me I'm driving through Pennsylvania. Like she used to be like a middle part. She's at I think it was Pennsylvania. It was a middle part. She used to always text me, like Pennsylvania, and it was a smiley face, like to just like basically know that she halfway, and I couldn't, and I'm just and the bread that, I mean thing she was doing, it wasn't, she made $375,000 a year. That wasn't even a penny the fraction she was doing. She just, that's what she wanted, man. And that's why I tell you, man, it don't matter. And I wasn't even a Pookie. I was never a Pookie guy. I forgot what car it was. It was like an SUV or some shit. It was pretty nice. It wasn't all that. It was nice. Why does the fucking car matter? Y'all had some shit that don't matter. Shout out to Mr. Vega, crazy story, brother. Thank you, Mr. Vega, for showing your support as well. Him and Morpheus MGTOW, a few other guys have been contributing consistently. I appreciate you guys. I don't know, guys. I just don't know. I'm confused. I'm not confused. It's like, why? What's the fucking point? Like, why would you put get a phone in your name? Like, and I was thinking, like, did you plan on coming back or live? Did she? You know what it was? What it was she had no intentions of moving out here to Chicago. She wanted to not play house, but she wanted to shout out to Eric Johnson. That's like what all the trouble for nothing? Like I know she had the money to do it, but why do it though? Like I just guys, I'm not necessarily at a loss of words. It's just like, why? You didn't have to do it. Like, and then she flew me out to New York City twice. Oh, to the city where she lived. Then we went to New York City. I went down to New York City and all that shit and XYZ, and we had a good time. And I remember she let me hook up with one of her friends. I mean, she was, I fucked her little. I remember she wanted me to, guys, it was some crazy shit. She wanted to suck my dick in front of, because she had 3 married friends, right? Two of them was white and one of them was Asian. And she was like, my friends want me to watch me suck your dick in front of them. And she was like, the Asian girl, she might be interested. And she used to tell me, guys, about her, like this, her Asian female friend, her husband, and was like a beta guy. Like he was like into like these, what do you call those monster cards? They're like monster, what do you call, I forgot what you call them. Not Yu-Gi-Oh things. That was like way back when, like, what you call, it was like monster cards where they played those things. Like I like magic cards or something. I know, not those little Pokemon cards. It was like I don't know. I forgot. But he was like, they used to the Asian female, the girl in her circle. She was like that he went to these he wouldn't fuck her because his penis. He said he wouldn't fuck her because his penis was little, but the Asian woman, the wife, was with him for basically because he was a tech guy. He made a lot of money and he was a provider, and she just wanted him to fuck her, but she wouldn't, but he wouldn't because he was like, for whatever reason, man. And she she was like, yeah, I want my friend want me to come over. Her friends always complain and shit like, yeah, his dick is little and all this crazy shit and fucking psycho ass motherfuckers, man. Yeah, he was a provider and guys, I got so many stories in my life, man. That should be crazy. That's why a lot of times, like just shit like that, that story, it makes me just grateful knowing that you know I'm at peace. Cause you got to think, what if that black dude would have saw the paperwork and was like, man, what this dude at, man? You fucking my fiance, and he drove all the way from New York to Chicago and tried and killed me. What if he did? What if he did that shit? You know, I've been through a lot of fuckery with these women in my life, man. Ain't nothing new under the sun. Me seeing shit. Crazy. Any other questions, concerns, guys? No, she had a fiance. They was together like 2.5 years or some shit. But nevertheless, hope you guys appreciate the live stream. We always cook. I hope you guys took some shit from it. Again, if you want to watch these live streams on the Patreon or just support in general, check out the tiers. Put $5 on it. Support what we got going on, man. Heck, if you can give the slut 5 shekels, 3 shekels, 10 shekels. Thank you, Disco Raymond, as well. Vega. Become a patron. We need all you guys' support. There's no reason why we should have not many patrons. It's kicking into gear a little bit, but it seems like it's taking a while for men to become patrons and put 2 shekels on it, 5 shekels on it, 10 shekels on it. This is top quality knowledge, man. I don't have no others. I do have more stories, but man, this is the life we live, yo. I got stories I can tell to kingdom come. This is why men go their own way, man. And motherfuckers like, why you go MGTOW or why you only pump and dump? It's because the story I just told y'all, man. The story that guys, when they call in and tell y'all this shit, man. Like, ain't no loyal female around here. And I still think, like, why did this bitch drive? Man, that shit is far. And then she flew me out to New York. I mean, it was like I was a fetish almost. But the fact of the matter is, it was like she had black guys back in New York. Her fiance was black. So it was like, what? She just wanted a thrill. She had made her money. She felt. That's what happens, man. Sick, ain't it? I ain't gonna say the bitch name. You never know, bitch might be watching or some shit. I'm gonna sue you for telling my business. Some dumb shit. You never know how these hoes get out. You know? That's how it is, man. Shout out to Yo Henry. Just be like that. As a man, what can you do? Shout out to Monk Psychology as well for becoming a patron. Guys, I'm going to be uploading this stream as well as I got a really good video for the patrons tomorrow. Tomorrow. Lauren Hill, Wayne. Darius, do you have any family or friends who are simps? I don't hang around. I don't see it. Like, I don't even pay attention to like family members who do like simp shit. I don't even think about nothing like that. Did God make a mistake as far as what with women? I believe so. You know how I know God made a mistake? And I don't want to say God made a mistake. Excuse me, forgive me, because he might strike me. He ain't gonna strike me there. But I just believe women have gotten out of hand because women weren't able to cheat like they do and do all these different things and lie, and we had women under our power, on our leash, and our control. Yeah, that's a story, man. Like, guys, I could go more in depth with it. She was doing all types of shit. Like, it was basically like some family shit. It was like we was like a family basically. And I just don't know why this bitch drove, man. I mean, I didn't give a fuck. It was like I'm confused. And I've done research on her and stuff like that. What it is, she wanted a thrill, and she and I always think like, why can you just drive to fucking a neighboring state? Why the fuck you drive way to here? I should do story streams. I could, man. So but who had that question? I don't think God made. I don't think, but God made a mistake. But in the Bible that I read, some you might read something else, but there are a lot of passages in scriptures that warn us men about women. So I always think like, okay, if the good Lord had to warn us about women, why the fuck would he give us these women? Like, why would he give us these women if he has to warn us about them? It's like him giving us a snake, right? And he says, okay, the snake, it can eat rodents and everything in your house if you have mice, but look out because it might kill you. It might, bite you at night or strangle you at night. Be careful. That's why I wonder. It's like, why would he do this to us? What can we do? We just lost control. That's the whole thing. Let me lower this shit. Us men have just lost total control of the opposite sex. So what happens? You see now, women cheating crazy, women fucking around like crazy, doing all these different things to men without any sort of remorse, man. Because the government, nobody will hold them in check. I can't slap a bitch in the face. I can't I can't tell them to go stand in the corner. I tell my daughters to go stand in the corner for however long. That's their punishment. I can't do that to no female. She'll look at me and I can't, take no electronics from no women. I turn the TV off for my daughters. If I try to do that to a female, take their phone away, man, these bitches are. Matter of fact, you can't even touch a female phone. So there's no way to chastise a woman or put her in check or do any of that. We out here, there's no holds bar. We can't correct these women. Only thing we can do is there's no solution to getting them in line. We can't spank them or nothing like that. Spank them, your ass go to jail for a long time. You're going to pay the price. So to wrap up the old educated good guy shit, guys, if you educated a good man, the fact of the matter is, just my best advice to educated good man. Shout thank you Morpheus, Migtop for tuning in, and Vega and Ralphie, guys who contributed, Disco Raymond, all you men. My suggestion to you educated good men is just don't put the next live stream. I'm gonna drop a video. I thought about going live tomorrow, but I'm gonna drop a video tomorrow because I always drop 2 videos per week. And I'm going live Saturday. That's what's gonna happen. Okay? Because my daughter's birthday is Sunday, so I will go live Saturday. And whatnot. But just to wrap things up, guys, don't even, if a woman rejects you or she don't want to fuck with you, so what? Like it's not a knock on you. You ain't a bad guy. Every woman's like flavors and taste changes over time. You never need to wonder and hope, what is she gonna do, man? I don't know. She don't want to talk to me. Guys, it's a woman around every corner. To be honest with you, The ones that's really attractive that you want, they pussy is just bland, trash, whack. You understand what I'm saying? Too many men place their self worth based on how many women they sleep with. I agree, and that's why I don't. I stopped sleeping with all them women and chasing women and try to get my notch count up. And like the pickup artist community, what they do is they have this. It's predicated on how many women you can get. Like you can tell guys, like the men out there and the artists go to these pickup artist channels. Like when they have these seminars, the men that are there, they you can look at them and tell that they're lacking something inside them. Like you can tell, I can look at a man and tell if he's lacking something inside of him. You know? And when I got to a point when it goes to show is you have to either sleep with enough women in your life or go through shit that I've been with women, like the stories I tell you. You really you won't even want to have a woman around you like that. You will enjoy your peace and just doing your thing. You know? Yeah, it's like an emptiness in these guys. Yeah, once you talk, I mean, on top of that, woman is fucking boring. I personally prefer, no, I don't matter, you know, I'll fuck a bitch here and there, but rarely, I don't, you know, here and there. But I personally prefer, you know, I'm at a point in my life that I'm 30, you know, I got everything going on with my life, and I got this. I mean, I don't need I always thought about like, okay, could I have a woman in my life? Yeah, I could have one every day of the week, but what is that going to, you know, how's it going to let me help me get to the next level in my life that I want to be at? How's it going to help me accomplish my goals? As a matter of fact, it's going to slow me up if I have a woman in my life, man. 'Cause, you know, as far as relationship long term. Now, I'm not knocking anybody that wants to go that route, but that's what's going to most likely happen. Instead of you completing maybe that degree in 4 years, you'll fucking take 7 years. You know? Exactly. Happiness is a choice. If you're not happy with yourself, if you can't sit and do things on your own and enjoy your life on your terms, you what are you doing? You know? Women are mermaids. They sing to your ear. Whoever falls for it ends up drowned dead. Shut the brother Ralphie. And it's like in order for you to really tame women, I noticed that you can't love them. It's a lot of guys got videos about, you know, never fall in love with a woman. It's true. You can never love them. It's as crazy as it's gonna sound. Because once you love them, one, they lose respect for you, and two, you actually lose yourself. Because one, men, we just want to please women so bad, we want to make them happy, and that's our downfall. We want to make them happy. We want to accommodate them. We want to give them the life that they want, not that they deserve. We head over like a woman. Men have fought wars. Men have done all these different things for the opposite sex, man. Men have killed. You know, men have done a lot. So when you get attached to them, you lose yourself, and you won't even know it. Like I used to do things in the past. I look back like, did I really do that dumb shit? And I would laugh at myself like, yo, I was fucking nuts. And you know what? I wasn't nuts. It was just that I was emotionally attached to a woman. I was invested. I was, you know, I thought myself I was in love, but and that's how women take advantage of you. They catch you, and this is why women say I'm looking for love, because they're looking for a slave. When you become, when you fall in love with a woman, she got you right there. It's a wrap. It's over. She know it too. You know? All right, guys. Shout out to the Brotherhood. Again, if you guys want to support and become patrons. We need more. We had two more today. I'll put up the link. You do lose yourself, man. And this is why, listen, you live one life. I'm trying to enjoy this life how I want to enjoy it. Also, if you haven't subscribed to my second channel, Dearest Media Network, I will put the link up. No, I don't have moderators in here because I want everybody to be. That means I would have to get everybody a moderator, a wrench. We never have them in here. This is a brotherhood. We on one fucking accord. Plus, whoever asked that shit, you're not even contributor. Guy just asked for wrenches. What the fuck are you? The fuck is you doing? These guys haven't even seen them. We are all mods. Clearly, that's why I haven't given nobody. That's how I would have to give Vega, Mickey, Ralphie, Gorilla Bear Tech. I have to give Vegito Black, Morphin. I have like 100 mods. Trust me, I would give not everybody. The men who have Jag, I would give all these guys mods, but we all mods. Nobody's, because the one thing I don't want is somebody to contribute and to think, okay, well, I'm better than this guy. Or Jack from the Cove, all these guys, so we all one, no one's better. Because I don't want nobody to think that he's better than me, or he's better than me, Josh is better than me, or none of that shit, man. And the thing about it is, guys should just call the shit out anyway. If we got a simp in here, call him to the carpet. If we got a troll in here, call him to the carpet. Every man should want to do that. That's just my, how I do things here. Vote Darius for Kingdom Come 2020. Most of the guys that care too much about women are not doing anything important. Hey, shout out to Mr. Beast Mode. I agree. And that's why I tell guys, a lot of men care too much. Like they care about the outcome so bad that they might wind up losing their mind and overthinking shit and crying and spitting and slobbing. It's because they care about women too much. Like they care if this woman texts him back, or they care if she likes him or not. I don't give me. You see, I don't care attitude. I don't care. And once you just stop caring about women, I mean, you can care about other things in your life, your health, your finances, your goals, and everything. But once you stop caring about women, I figured out everything falls into place. Everything falls into place. Even that, that woman even fucks you. I told y'all the bitch just that texted me, I was calling me, literally. Guys, do you know this bitch sent me pictures of, she was like, yeah, you cannot make this shit up. I started to pick up the line, but we didn't want to fuck with the flow. But the fact of the matter is, when you stop caring about women, the results in your life will come. In every facet of your life. You don't even get more vagina for that. You'll get more pussy if you stop caring about it. I promise you guys. A note for the good guys and educated men. Stop caring. Enjoy your life. She's not yours. She's just your turn.